Yeah, man. I gotta tell you, we gotta stop comparing Jay-Z and Drake. Can we please stop that? Because that's what I'm doing right now, man. While I'm going on the Twitter comments or all the other comments, I'm reading what people are saying, yo. And it's so interesting to me, man. That's what's happening right now. Is that we have a bunch of people talking about Drake and Jay-Z. There's a lot going on in hip hop right now, man. We got to talk about Jay-Z's pop up that was in Brooklyn. We also have to talk about Lupe Fiasco just did a stream today, which was pretty interesting. I was watching that, and he was basically talking about how, you know, he believes that he's the best rapper, which is cool, as one should think. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me what you guys think. But him also saying that he's better than Kendrick and Drake is just kind of like, we have to see about that. There's also Drake, news reports of Drake buying Kendrick Lamar's house that he grew up in. So there's stories of that too. Pretty interesting, right? A lot going on in hip hop. Like it's sometimes you wonder like what you gonna talk about. But today, it seems like we got a lot to talk about that's going on in hip hop, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot that's going on in hip hop, but we gotta say like shout out to some of those that put out some music that did some things, and I know that we have Charlemagne and Academics or whatever his name is, Wackademics. Some of the stuff he says is cool, just like Charlemagne. Some of the stuff that Charlemagne says is cool too, but I think overall, both of their opinions have become somewhat trash now. Like before, when they were coming up, and that's how they come up, right? That's how you come up. You come up by speaking the real. I think eventually you get bought out, and then there's people that will come around and then they'll say, hey, you know what? You need to talk about this. Talk about this and talk about that. This is what you got to talk about. And they probably just like, I don't know if I really want to talk about that. Should I talk about that? They're like, hey, yo, if you talk about this, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars. And you probably look at that. You probably look at the bills, the house, the cars, the wife or the baby mama, the kids. Some of y'all don't have kids, so that's why you like, oh, whatever. But like some of us that got kids, it's like, oh, you got to think about that too. Like, oh, you got kids to take care of. You probably going to sign that contract. So I can't be mad at them. Now academics, we know he ain't got no kids. Charlemagne says he does, but the good thing about him is that he keeps, at least for the most part, everything private, like who he's married to and his kids. I don't know if there's any pictures out there. Maybe there are. But yeah, give me a couple likes if you guys agree with what I'm saying. Double tap the screen. Give a couple likes, man. We just getting started right here. We're going to talk about what's going on in hip hop. We're going to talk about what's going on in the record industry. I'm going to pull up some facts right here. I got on my board is Drake fans clashing with Jay-Z fans over the anniversary. People trying to clown Jay-Z and say that he's not one of the greatest rappers. There's even that report card that they brought back up. I was like, man, I know I've seen that somewhere before, right? And there's that report card that they brought up written by Kool Moe Dee, who basically graded a bunch of rappers. I think it's right here. Let me see. Yeah. The rap report. And like Kool Moe Dee did this back in the 90s, right? And I remember seeing this. And I was just like, some of it I agree with it, some of it I don't, but I'm just thinking like, is this meant to be a diss. Let me see if I can. You know, I'm like, is this meant to be a diss towards Jay-Z? Because really, it's not. It's not really a diss. And if you want me to read out the grades, I can read the grades to you. Jay-Z, and this was like done back in the 90s. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, man. Get some people up in here in the chat if you guys can. Make sure you guys share this live. Those of you that are watching, like I said, we're getting started right here. Going to talk about the hip hop. But Jay-Z getting a 7 in vocabulary, 9 articulation, 9 creativity, 8 originality, and then 7 in versatility, 8 in voice, 10 in records. I don't know what he means by records. 6 in stage presence. Then we have 9 sticking to themes. 9 innovating rhymes. He gave him a B+. That right there shows me that I don't know what they talking about saying that Jay-Z's whack. But yeah, it seems to be like there's this whole war between Charlemagne, academics, and the war on hip hop, which is just so stupid in a way. Yeah, it's so stupid. But yes, y'all tell me, man. Let's get into the Lupe Fiasco thing. That was actually kind of funny and interesting. Now, I don't know if this stream was still up. You know what I mean? Maybe because, you know, sometimes like people will do their little streams and then whatever, they cut them off. But yeah, man, he was arguing with this dude, and I thought it was pretty interesting because they were talking about the hip hop and all that stuff. And we'll get into the whole, you know, Jay-Z thing in a minute, but this was kind of important because I've heard Lupe Fiasco say the same thing over and over again about who he's better than and all this and that. But I was also thinking, like, who cares, man? Like, that ain't what hip hop is just all about. Like, yes, you should think you're the best. You should think that you got this. But also, it's like, what you trying to prove, man? Let me see if we can pull this up real quick. Or at least to where you guys can hear it. I mean, maybe Lupe's still on. Maybe they're still debating. It sounded like it was a good debate. We probably can't play too much of it.
With the bland. I see you. Freaky.
To talk crazy, right? It's one thing to do that. Let me finish. Okay. It's one thing to do that to talk crazy. Wait, right? And niggas be talking crazy. Let me finish. Niggas got jokes.
Saying let you finish, but you don't let me finish though.
Because I'm not done with my theory.
But why would when I try to explain myself, you cut me off?
Why you interjecting?
Go ahead.
Calm down. It's your show. You got all day. It's your whole shit.
Do it. Go ahead.
I'm in and out of here.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
My theory is when I look behind the scenes to you, it's always a rapper.
A rapper?
And it's always a rapper. It's always a rap nigga. Right? And I look and I see what they do. I find their work. Right? I look at what they do. And it's just this weird thing that I just happened to come upon recently. And I was like, damn, all these niggas is rappers. You're a rapper. Okay?
Before, yes.
So for the rest of this conversation, I wanna keep it there. That you're a rapper.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the context and the frame.
Why would you control
for the rest of this conversation?
Why would you control this convo like you wrestling over here? I'm trying to understand that. You pick your
who got more authority? Who got more credentials? Who got more experience?
As far as battle rapping,
rap. You said
because you got no credentials battle rapping, right?
Rap. Yes,
where's
I do.
Where they at?
Yes, I do.
Where they at?
Yes, I do.
Do I have more views? You said you brought up my views. Bring up the views. Talk about the views. Talk about the views. You have put in my comments.
No, we'll get to that later.
Okay,
but are you a rapper? Are you a rapper?
I was a rapper before, yes.
Do you currently rap?
No, I don't.
When last time you rapped?
As far as like what you mean, like battle rapping? Or just rapping
rap, period. I don't care about against a nigga rapping.
I did a rap short like probably like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, right? Last time I rapped professionally.
I could say about 35. I stopped rapping like I want to say 5-6 years ago.
Okay, so you ain't professionally rapping 5 years.
Yeah.
How long you been rapping? How long were you rapping up to 5 years ago?
I'm rapping battle rap wise 23 to like 30, so 7 years battle rap.
Okay, so 7 years. Did you rap before that?
No.
Okay. So we in like 2015s, 2012s in that, right?
I was in it's around that area.
I've been professionally rapping since 17 years old. This is my experience. I've been professionally rapping with a record deal since I was 17 years old before. And nothing's changed. Right? I'm professionally rapping for 30.
Hey, ma'am. Hello.
It's cool. It's cool that they out there. Shout out. I'm gonna watch your ads so you get paid for this. Shout out to Lupe Fiasco, who actually shouted us out once in one of our videos, and Koala for doing this stream. This was very interesting to watch. I think he was dissing Lupe Fiasco, and if you don't know Lupe Fiasco, then come on, man, you can't get yourself like that. But this was a good part of the debate. Lupe Fiasco did the song like Kick Push and all that stuff. He did some other songs too. He did well, he talks about it in this little debate. And like I said, I guess they're having a debate because one of the rappers had dissed him. Give me a like if you're feeling this, man. We got to speak on some real. Here.
A lot of guys veneer shops.
You say koala tees, like tees.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Mine's not tea though. Mine's like the right.
So okay. No, not really. But experience-wise, I have more experience than you.
Yes.
Right. I've sold more records than you.
Yes. Facts.
Right.
Big facts.
I've done more things outside of rap than you.
Big facts.
And I continue to do that. I don't do nothing else but rap. Even my other job is a job where I teach rap. Like I rap.
MIT.
Right. And Johns Hopkins at the same time.
Harvard students.
Both schools at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody's done that. So
nobody.
So who has more authority and credentials and experience when it comes to talking about rap? Me or you?
As a man, me.
Oh.
Okay. How? What's the evidence?
What's the? I'm trying to. You trying to tell me that because
what's the evidence? You've never sold any records.
Okay. So when you say, you saying
we're gonna get to your battles.
Okay, go ahead.
We're gonna get to your battle.
Okay.
You never sold any records.
Right.
Right. Have you ever had a record deal?
No.
Never had a record deal, independently or even none otherwise.
Okay. Have you battle rap before?
Yo, that's crazy. I gotta say, never had a record deal. I'm happy. I mean, that's a good point. He's like, you never had a record deal, but this was an interesting debate. And like I said, we ain't got to play the whole debate, but this part right here was pretty interesting because this is about hip hop and this is about the music industry. So make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you double tap that like button, man. Let people know what's up so we can get the algorithm going. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. So make sure you hit that. But yeah, man, right here we're hearing a debate. Lupe Fiasco, he did some good songs with Kanye West too. That's why I also respect his opinion. But I see where he's coming from with this. We'll see.
Yes.
Where's your views at?
Oh, this was pre-YouTube.
So you saying back when Cassidy said he had 1,000 battles and no losses? That's what you're saying, right?
No, I lost. I lost to Cy Castro in Miami back in 2001.
So you have no credentials.
Did you hear what I said? Stop. You hear what I said?
What you talking
about?
Hear what I said? What you talking about?
I lost to Cy Castro.
Yes.
In Miami. In 2001.
How old was you? That was what? How old was 2001? You 17, 18?
So fast forward, maybe 2002ish or something. It was a Memorial Day joint. Apologize for not getting exact date.
You 22?
So somewhere around there.
So your first rap battle.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
No, it wasn't my first.
Okay,
it wasn't.
What's your first?
I've been battle rapping since 1998.
But it's no camera, so it's no proof at all.
There's no camera. We didn't have camera.
So you haven't been battle. My bad. Continue.
Right. So can I? So right. You don't have any. You've never had a record deal.
Yes. You never had battle views. Go ahead.
You've never had a record deal.
You don't have battle views. Go ahead.
We can expand. I just told you. I gave you my piece.
Okay, go ahead. My
I
bad.
told you. There wasn't no fucking cameras. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just.
Huh. Okay.
You talk about you want to
that.
battle.
We're gonna get into you. We're gonna get into you with cameras. We're gonna get into you with cameras, with leads.
Go ahead.
Right.
I'll say this right here. I think having a record deal, especially with the major label, because Lupe Fiasco, he
all of the bells
wasn't just like you know, he wasn't just signed to what's it called? He wasn't just signed to a record label or just some independent label, which wouldn't have been bad. There would have been nothing wrong with that. But Lupe Fiasco was basically signed to a major label. Okay? He was signed to a major label. Make sure you guys hit the Cashapp up. beatGrade, $beatGrade. PayPal me.beatGrade or paypal.me/beatGrade. I appreciate it. Even if it's just $1, it helps keep the algorithm going and keep the momentum going. This was an interesting debate, I gotta say. Let's keep it going, right?
We're gonna get into all that sexiness and then talk about your views. So,
make sure you guys like this, man. Double tap the screen. Doesn't cost you nothing.
You've never independently or otherwise. Have you ever managed
double tap the screen and get some more likes.
You've never managed an artist. Have you ever been
when you guys get the more likes coming in, man, it helps the algorithm. It helps get more people up in here. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you nothing. So make sure you double tap the screen.
Managed?
No.
Do you run a music marketing company?
Where are we getting at with this?
Have you ever ran a label?
Where are we getting at with this?
Where are we getting at with
this? Have you ever
this?
recorded songs?
Yes.
Have you ever done an album?
No.
Have you ever done a mixtape?
How many questions you gotta ask to get to your point? This is why the same way you rap. The same way you rap. Hold on. The same way you rap.
I can't even see the chat. I'm responding to you.
I don't see the chat either.
I'm breaking down all of. I asked the question.
I don't see the chat either.
Who has more authority?
Lupe, I don't see the chat either.
Talk about rap.
You take too long to get to the point.
I don't care.
All right, hold on.
Take too long to get to the point. The way that you rap, instead of you, that was the problem. I was telling you. I was getting to my problem.
I'm gonna come right back to this. I'm gonna come right back. Man, I gotta say, they have an interesting dynamic right here. At first I thought they were joking, but it's actually interesting to see how much they actually, it seems like Lupe really don't like this dude. And I mean, when I thought about it, I was like, I don't blame him, because he was, I guess, talking trash about him. So he probably felt that he had to come up in here and let him know what's up. I mean, that's what the title says, for him to keep that same energy, right? But I like this conversation. I gotta say, man, I like this conversation. I think that the conversation that they had was like good for the culture. Like, yo, man, shout out to the homie, the YouTuber that did this video. I understand he used to be a battle rapper or a rapper, and now he's just doing YouTube videos. I'm going to say, I understand. That's what I'm doing too, in a way. That's where it's at. But one thing I got to say, though, that I don't understand. Well, I mean, I do understand. But the one thing that I don't like is just like, yo, why are all these celebrities trying to be YouTubers now? Like, YouTube was the thing that was created for us that didn't have the gatekeepers helping. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, there's a lot of gatekeepers out there. That's what Lupe Fiasco kind of talks about in this video or this interview or debate or whatever it is. He talks about the gatekeepers. And that's what makes me think, like, yo, I've always thought that. Like, some of these rappers, and that's what I was saying on another stream, some of these rappers don't just become famous just for no reason. You know, like they don't just become famous just because they're that dope. I think there's a lot of dope rappers out there, and there's a lot of dope producers out there. Like, haven't you been in a situation where you hear somebody's music or whatever it is, or maybe them acting or a movie that they're in or something like that, but they're not as famous? And I understand not everybody can be at that level, but there's some people who knows. I feel like I have, because some of them actually did reach that level. You know, Post Malone is one of them. There's some people I met before they became famous, and then I was like, damn, I think that cat might actually make it. Like, there's something about him. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, and I tell this to everybody. If I knew that Post Malone was going to become as famous as he did, I would have sat down and had an interview with him. Because I believe that I had the opportunity to. Like, we were all hanging out, chilling, and I walked up to him, and I told him, like, hey, man, Like, your music's dope, dude. Like, he was doing a show at some little spot I was at. It was like a little spot. It was like a little club, like a little bar that he was performing at. And I was just like, yo, man, I think you might be famous, dude. He was just like, oh, thanks, man, thanks. Like, he was cool about it. He wasn't tripping. But I was just like, yo, man, if I knew that Post Malone was going to be doing, like, the World Series halftime shows and stuff like that, and all over the Grammys, and be this famous and selling millions of records and making millions of dollars and all that shit, and now he's hanging out with Allen Iverson, I would have been like, oh, yo, man, we need to sit down and do an interview, like, right now. I learned one thing in that point in time. Don't take things for granted. Don't take people for granted too, man. You never know. You never know. You may be sitting next to like a superstar, or not even that. You might be next to someone who's already a superstar and you don't even know it yet. So I definitely learned that not to take things for granted. But I like how Lupe is talking about in this interview about the record industry. Hopefully this is a part right here that he says. See if you guys can listen. I'm going to be right back with you.
Way that you rap. It's unfortunate for you. No, it's not for me. I don't. Wait, hold on. Wait. Wait, no.
You've never recorded a mixtape. You've never recorded an album.
It's unfortunate for you.
You've never been on a label.
It's
You've never been managed. You've never managed the artist. The only thing you've ever done is battle rap. Now let's talk about your views. Let's talk about your views on your battle rap.
Damn.
Stop clapping.
Nice breezes.
Yeah, stop clapping.
Nice wins. All that
Lupe, you say sexy to men, huh?
He's right. Stop clapping. That's a female trait. He needs to stop doing the clapping.
That pause. You say sexy.
Thank you for the likes coming in. I appreciate you. JAÐ-Z30, what's good? Here, I'm about to jump back off of the
Higher than yours.
I'll be right back with you. I was actually just playing the Lupe Fiasco and debate that just happened right now. Check this out if you guys can hear it.
Higher than yours.
Don't know that you rap.
Higher than yours.
Who didn't know that you was a fucking battle
Higher
rapper.
than yours. They know. They know.
Highest views.
Higher than yours. Higher than yours. Where is yours? Higher than yours. 45,000. Higher than yours. Lupe, watch out. My views is high. 45,000. What is 45? Highest view, one battle, right? Highest view, one battle, 45,000.
Shout out to JAÐ-Z30 though, because I also got other people up here on the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, shout you out. Yeah, man, go check out your mixtapes. This brother right here got some dope ass mixtapes. I appreciate the real hip hop. Yo, yeah, check this out right here, man. The Lupe Fiasco beef. Yeah, for sure.
Higher than yours. 45.
Lupe,
Lupe, are you listening? Lupe.
Yo, this is crazy though too, man. Like Lupe, shout out to Lupe though, man. Actually, this cat knows what's up. But I've talked to him a few times, and I know he's seen some of my stuff. Like he's actually shouted me out on the internet. Like you can see this on my Twitter account. But I said with Lupe, I mean, I'll be honest, man. Lupe Fiasco is definitely one of my favorite rappers. Like Lupe Fiasco is one of my favorite rappers for sure. But I will say that he might be a little delusional with some things. I don't really know. Y'all tell me. But here, y'all listen to this argument and tell me what you think. I'm gonna be right back.
That's the only credential that you have.
No,
right?
hold on,
That's
wait. No, I have 150. No.
Right? That's the
Lupe,
only credential you have.
where is your views? Lupe, what's your highest views?
Yeah, who cares about that?
45,000, Lupe. Do you understand that?
Now, where does it tape off from there? Because I know. Because I saw all them shits. Now.
There was a good part though where Lupe did bring up about well, I mean, they both brought up some good parts. He said something about record sales, and then homie said something about J. Cole, that's right. He said something about J. Cole, like J. Cole selling more records than like one of his albums doing better than all your albums put together.
Yo, the way you talk about my battles, the way I'm talking about your damn album sales. The way you talk about my battles, I'm going up your album sales. I promise you. I promise you.
20. You ain't even picking your lane. You ain't even picking your lane. You not top nothing. You not in the 100th percentile. Nowhere in your space.
I'll let you finish.
Nowhere in your space. Niggas don't even know who you are. Your fucking fans don't even know that you rap.
Yes, they do.
That's crazy work.
They all do.
That's crazy.
They all do.
The niggas who are in the chat right now didn't even know you fucking rap.
They all do. They all see my battles. I showed them my battles.
That's crazy work.
I showed them my battles.
Right?
Are you talking about? Are you speaking on opinion or are you speaking on fact? I showed them my battles.
I'm speaking on facts.
How do you see that? Do you follow me?
Yes.
So you saw me? Lupe,
nasty,
why are you smiling?
I'm nasty.
Lupe,
my research is very deep.
Lupe, do you follow me?
So you're saying to me, so what you're living off, what the hill you're gonna die on, is that you have more credentials and experience to talk about anything in rap over me because you have a 45,000 view battle.
Does Averb do?
Does
Averb do?
That's my man.
Does he do? Does Averb have more credentials than you?
Averb's my man. So Averb's my man.
Does he have more credentials than you?
Cool.
I got it. You cool with everybody.
You're not
you cool with
TD.
You cool with TD.
Stop bringing another
I'll
nigga.
do what I want. No. I'll do what I want. No, I'll do what I want. No, I'll do what I want.
Averb's not here. K-Dot's not here.
Listen,
TD's
I'll do
not
what I
here.
want.
PG Lang's not here.
I appreciate it.
You're not even
Go
from LA.
crazy.
You're from New York.
Go crazy.
So come on. You're not even a talk of your fucking town.
Go crazy. Who's the talk of the town?
You're not even nigga. You don't even have any ranking in New York in your own fucking state.
Do you have a battle that we can see?
What are you talking about?
Do you have a battle we can see?
We're not gonna reduce it to battles.
Yes, I am. I
definitely
trying to
bring it to your lane. You're trying to bring it to your lane.
Averb is your lane.
Your lane's not impressive.
I don't want to bring it to my lane. I was talking about your lane. You're not letting me.
Then why we keep talking about battle rap?
You brought up battle rap.
You asked if I battle rap. I said yeah.
No, you brought up my stuff. You said we were talking about your battle. You said it. You said it.
How many battle rap niggas do I know?
You called it.
How many battle rap niggas do you know? How many battle rap niggas do you have in your phone that you can call right now?
I don't want to call battle. Why would I want to call battle rap niggas?
Because that's your crew. That's your
No, I haven't battled in 7 years. No, I haven't battled in 7 years. No.
So these niggas can vouch for you.
No, this is my lane.
These niggas can vouch for you.
This is my lane. You see my lane. You see my lane.
So my theory holds true, right?
No, wait,
whenever I look and do research on the niggas who talk crazy, they're always rappers whose careers in their lane, whether it be battle rap, they tried to pop shit off, they tried to run a label, like all these niggas, whole spread, every single one of them. They running indie shit, they're presenting events, all of them with the vitriol and the pop shit and the tough guy and all that extra shit.
Just a minute.
I see you.
It was decent. It was decent. This different. This different. Right.
My bad. Go ahead.
So, right, it's always a nigga whose rap career didn't manifest, and they always use K-Dot. Like my opinions on Dot, me having barbershop talk about Dot. Y'all always use that. Y'all always use that. Y'all always use that, and then y'all frame me crazy. Then when your comment section, your fans who you have to cater to. I'm not mad at that, right? I've done that before too, right? My fans have had some terrible. Let me finish, because I see you about to go. My fans have had some terrible ideas, terrible ones, right? And I had to choose between my label or my fans.
You chose
knowing the outcome was going to be fucked up, and I chose my fans, right? And I ate all the consequences. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
So I appreciate that when you niggas have been crazy.
Crazy. Furry B.
Crazy.
My bad. My bad. Shout out
What?
Furry B. Shout out freaking. I'll be finished. I'm shout out the creators too.
Yeah, you gotta show up to people, right? Because these people that support your new career.
No, Curtis King don't rock with. I don't know Curtis King rock with me, but I'm still shout out Curtis King because he go creator. Curtis King, shout out Curtis King, shout out Deleted, shout out Cousin B.
Yeah, me and Curtis had a great conversation, right? Offline, which is what happened, right?
Nolan. I don't want to attach the content creators to me. I don't want to attach what I'm saying about you, T.
Right, but the framework is the same. But the framework is the same, right? Like you were in music at one time, right? Rapper, Nolan was it is.
I'm saying Jay because he
but oh, crazy work.
Go crazy, Jay Nolan. Go fucking crazy on the bitch,
crazy work.
Go crazy on the bitch, Jay Nolan. My bad.
Real subtle, slick, sexy shit, right?
Oh, he was slick. I wasn't slick. Yes, okay.
You're gonna stick to your fans, right? They're gonna talk their shit, they're gonna bring up all of this, they're gonna talk that, you gotta support, you gotta feed the flames until the next video.
What feed the flames? Oh, I can just say flames. Okay, I know what you say. Go ahead, my
bad. Until the next kind of video come, right? Until the next, cause y'all weren't worried about me until I said this shit. Until I said that shit in Sacramento. Y'all didn't give a fuck what I was doing, right? I said that shit in Sacramento. Then there was an opportunity
I wasn't around for you. I didn't mention you when you did
I know
that
you're catching, but you're part of that news cycle, right?
That's why if I'd have caught it stride, if I'd have caught you saying that, then I'd have been lit. Lupe. If I'd have caught it then, I could late.
Right, but you
like damn.
So it's part of a narrative. So anytime that I do something that niggas like true media, they go back and say fucking
What's the picture?
They back.
What's that one on top?
None of your business.
My bad.
So I get it. I know how. And most of the time, I don't say shit. I don't be in the comments.
But you knew I was lit.
Most of the time, I'll be in the comments. I don't be in the comments. And most of the time, after I talk to somebody or I address somebody, we good. And I tell them, like, look, keep doing your shit, but just know that you have the opportunity and the access to talk directly to me.
I like that.
So if you see something, right, you can hit me directly.
I'm doing it late.
Right?
I'm doing it late though.
And I'm a way. Like everybody in touch with Justin Hunt. Everybody.
Justin
Hunt, right? Everybody.
We are separate.
They ain't got to keep shouting these niggas out. They know the fuck.
Chilling alone. Shout out.
Right? Everybody can get in touch with Justin. Justin has my direct numbers. Curtis got my direct numbers. Right? If there's any issue or smoke or problem, and it's really smoke, like, I really want to fuck this. Like, come on. The bus ring over here. We got the joint over here, right? Whatever you want, I just want to have a conversation with the nigga. I'm really confused about opinions on certain things. I want to get an understanding of him. Like, what do you want to talk about? If I said something you feel was
interesting debate. This is an interesting debate right here. I don't know if it was really a debate, but you know, it kind of seemed like that, and it was going off on that, but then it went on some other shit, which is cool. Maybe it needed to do that for views or for hype. But the point I want to get to is where Lupe Fiasco was basically saying that he's a better rapper than Drake and Kendrick. I mean, we've heard that, right? For those of us that are on Twitter, for those of us that pay attention to the tweets, we've heard him say that, you know what I mean? He's a better rapper. You said, who's Lupe talking to? He's talking to a YouTuber that is on YouTube. Yeah, YouTuber that's on YouTube, right? Some rapper. I think he used to be a battle rapper, but now he's a YouTuber. You know, like how a lot of us are. Like, I'm a rapper, producer too, but I do YouTube as well and TikTok, whatever. So, you know, yeah, he's some. If you want to look it up for yourself, shout out. Yeah, because I know we're playing some of his content, so I got to shout him out. His name is Koala T. Koala T. I think he was a rapper that used to be out, so shout out to him for putting this interview together. I'm sure if you just look up Lupe Fiasco on YouTube, it'll come up too as well. And if you're on Twitter, it's definitely on there, or X, shall I say? It's definitely on there because, yeah, I searched it earlier. And it was popping up everywhere.
At the same time, like, and help your grandmother.
Are you trying to break? Hold on.
Who do you think is making good points? Just out of curiosity, like, who would you say is making the realistic points?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm playing both. You talking about your karate background?
I'm playing in both.
I'm playing both. Karate background.
I'm glad he brought that up.
I'm just saying to you.
Why are you talking like that? What made you bring that up there?
Because sometimes niggas.
YouTube, make sure you guys give the likes to my peoples on YouTube. What's up, man? That helps the algorithm. Don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Like, what's good? Because that's what helps push it out there. So make sure you guys hit that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right? It's balanced on both sides.
Okay, go ahead. You balance
so,
it. What you talking
whatever you want to do. You want negative shit, you want leave it like that. You want negative shit, you want positive shit, you want neutral
leave
shit.
Leave it like
you can I'm saying, because you don't want to talk about the other shit, right?
You.
So I'm like, if you want to bring negative shit.
Oh, you saying if somebody talking like that. Got you. Okay,
yeah, if you want to bring positive shit, neutral shit, you want to give me my flowers, you want to spit in my fucking face. Like, I have no problem addressing anyone directly.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can get to the part.
Donald Trump, he's bombing whole countries. What are we talking about?
Okay, you will bring now Donald Trump, right?
I'm just saying, like, it's niggas who are 80 years old who are blowing up whole countries. What are we talking about?
Go crazy. What's your record?
So you saying age to keep niggas from checking niggas?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you too out of your. You have that as your freaking arsenal.
No, but you don't know that's my element. That's
I
the thing.
do. You said it.
If you talk to me directly, right? If you talk to me directly, like we talked offline prior to this, and me and you had a conversation, right? Then you would know, like, oh, he do that shit too.
I saw you already mention that stuff, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
You always do that.
So before we get off track, because now you getting off track. Okay, if niggas want to bring some positive or negative or neutral, my door's open.
Okay.
Right? I don't ducks, no smoke, no fades, no intellectual conversation. No.
That's dumb.
Right? Like, really great.
Wait. What do you say?
No fades, no intellectual conversation, no advice.
Okay.
Right? Like, really great advice from niggas who like, man, you know, I'm a real fan, but you know, blah, 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 blah. Maybe you should do this.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the advice.
And I take all that. But what are your credentials?
So I need
credentials. I'm not finna
hold on. What fan?
I'm not talking to you.
Hold on.
Yo.
Go crazy. My bad. Go crazy.
In order for a nigga to tell me something
like a fan?
about what I do,
like a fan?
No, not a fan.
Okay, fans don't matter. Fans' credentials don't matter.
This dude is not letting him talk. That's the part that is pretty bad, which I'm sure a lot of y'all are understanding, is that he's not letting him talk.
What the fuck I should do? I want to know what your credentials are.
So a fan can do it. So if I read a fan of you,
you missed it. You missed it. You missed what I said.
Okay.
If niggas trying to tell me what to do in the tone the way you're trying to tell me what to do, I need to know your credentials.
What tone?
If a fan comes up to me and says, "Hey Lupe, hey Lupe fan, I really appreciate that."
Yo, what'd you say? You said Lupe made some points. The whole who's better convo never interested me personally. Well, to tell you the truth, I agree with you on that. To tell you the truth, I feel like with Lupe Fiasco right here, I feel like he already sold like millions of records, as he states right here, so there's really no comparison, because the guy that he's speaking to, I don't even think can even keep up with his level. So, Lupe Fiasco, to me personally, I feel is up there on a level of like Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole. Will I go as far to say that he's a better rapper than them? Not necessarily, but I'll say that Lupe Fiasco is definitely one of. I respect him as a rapper, like, and I don't. And I'll tell you right now.
Really wasn't like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to
what
here.
was the story behind that? And yo, check this out.
I don't say that lightly too when I talk about rappers. Like, if I think a rapper's whack, you already know me. For those of you that know, I'll definitely tell you that a rapper's whack. But the thing about Lupe Fiasco is that he's actually a dope rapper, and he's got some dope songs. Like, he's got some songs that I'll go back and listen to. Like, I'll listen to for years on. Like, Lupe Fiasco got songs like Superstar, as he mentioned here, Kick Push. There's a few others. Hip hop saved my life. Yeah, like, Lupe Fiasco got some bangers. So, and he could rap. He could rap pretty dope. Yeah, he's a dope rapper. So I definitely feel that that conversation about who's a better rapper, or who's better at this or that. But I get it, though. You're right. If he's talking about Kendrick and all them, then that's different. Yeah. You said he's a dope MC, but doesn't always make songs I vibe to. Yeah, I feel you. His albums, I feel like I'm like they're tight. His albums are tight, but you know what I mean? You're right. You're right about that. Like, there's only like 2 or 3 songs that I feel. Hold on.
I do videos like, yo, I could really freshen up your video with the thing like this and this, that, and the third. It's like, oh, yo, let me see some of your video. Now, this is a fan.
Hold on.
Like,
let me see, Yikes. You know what's up, man.
Hold on. Weight without losing muscle. Factor got me.
Let me see if I could just bring you up and say what you want. Let me see if I got my other mic on just in case. Yeah. Check. Yeah. All right, I'll play this one part and then yeah, man, you should come up and speak your piece. I'd love to hear your thoughts, Yikes, because you know what's up with hip hop, man. Here, let me see if you should request to jump on. So you could just tell me what you think, man. I'll bring you on and you tell me what you think. Because I know you know what's up with some real hip-hop. You know? Here we go. Hold on. Here.
Yo, what's good? Thank you for pulling me up, man.
Yo, Yikes for sure, man. I gotta pull you up, man. You got some dope mixes, man.
Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put together a new one next weekend, man. What I normally do is when I put them together, I'll stream it on my TikTok page, and then I just post it up there on Spotify. You know what I mean? Just a public playlist for whoever wants to find it. For
sure, man. That's dope. Nah, man, I was loving some of your mixes because I checked out, your channel, and, it's good to talk to you to say what's up, like, just keep it real. I was like, sometimes you know how it is, like, you just want to vibe out and do your thing, you know what I mean? But,
Oh, for sure.
But every now and then it's good to like talk to people, especially people that know what's up with hip hop. Because I don't know if you heard some of the other debates that we had before, but there's some people out there that were like, "Yo, just hating, just don't know what's up," you know. So.
Well, you know what I mean, I'm old. You know what I mean, I'm over 50.
Oh, okay.
And I think a lot of people from my generation.
That's not old, but okay. Yeah.
But kind of lost touch for a sec. You know what I mean? Like, I did the whole family thing, working 50-plus hours and stuff. I wasn't digging as much.
Yeah.
And kind of got out of the loop a little bit.
Yeah.
And then once I really just started digging again, I'm like, man, there's a lot of great music dropping right now. And I kind of feel it's just like the 90s. Like, you got to go look for it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And let me ask you, like, are you doing the DJing too?
Nah. I have not got on the DJing side. I mean, I made beats for like 6-7 years. I rhymed forever. That's my background. And I kind of just came back full circle, just enjoying the music.
Yeah. Same here.
And like for real, like when I rhymed, and you would see some amateur sticking his chest out too much, like people got put on blast. I remember back in the 90s and stuff like that. And I did not feel right, like to get a controller, unless I was gonna really DJ correctly. I didn't want to disrespect the DJing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I can mix. I was doing that when I had my MPC. It was the same thing. I'm going through vinyl and chopping up loops, putting them on beat. So I understand BPMs and all that, but I didn't want to just be like a hack up there. So that's why I'm just more on the curation side, just through music and putting that together.
The curations that you do sound dope, man. You know what I mean?
Thanks, man.
Oh, no, I love it. Like, your sound and the way you put those mixes together, and definitely everybody should check you out, even if they watch this. I always do the rebroadcast on other platforms. Not always, but sometimes. You know what I mean? So even if they don't hear it right now, they'll hear it later on. And, yeah, man, the mixes that you had on Spotify was really dope. And, yeah, man, I feel like the curation of it reminded me of a time like when we were like all battle rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like when battle rapping was a thing.
I kind of put it together like when I would be making mix cassettes back in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, I always bought a lot of albums.
Yeah,
and
man.
I would like put all the joints on one tape.
Yeah.
I would never leave the house without a cassette in my pocket. You know what I mean?
For sure, man. Yeah, it sounded dope. Like it just the beat selection, but you had some on there too that also were like just a lot of great legendary MCs. You know what I'm saying? Some unfortunately they ain't with us no more.
Important.
Yeah, like you had the homie like Rest in Power, like Chino XL. You know, like I work with that dude personally. Like,
yeah, he actually just dropped a new album with Cannabis.
Oh, okay. Cannabis is my people's too. I met Cannabis too before. That's my people's too.
About a month ago, he dropped there's a new project with him and Cannabis that I enjoyed.
Okay.
There was one about 2 months before that was I think it was put out by that dude M80.
Okay. I know. I've heard of the name. I'm not really familiar with the music, but maybe I've heard of it.
I'm not gonna crap all over him. I don't really see eye to eye how he does his projects.
Okay.
I do know when he put that album out, his Chino's daughter put out a message like on Twitter saying like, we don't endorse this. This has nothing to do with Chino.
Oh wow. Why do you think that was?
Well, from what I understand with M80, he buys a lot of verses from MCs.
Okay.
So I'm sure he had his paperwork right, had it free and clear.
Yeah. Yeah, because Chino, he was selling a lot of verses.
She wasn't going to see any action off of that album. And it's still pretty fresh with his passing. You know what I mean? It's been, maybe a year?
Something like that. Yeah.
So that's, this guy M80, he brokers out verses to MCs.
Okay.
Like, you go find his page, and you can get a verse. You lease a verse from him. He's got a whole bunch of legendary MCs you can lease a verse from, but I don't think you really own it.
So he buys the verses and he sells them to other people?
I tried everything.
Yeah, but it's more than that. Like, he leases them out, so You could look up where like a big pun verse, and there's
Right.
like 50 MCs that got that same big pun verse on their album.
Yeah, I've heard stuff like that before. But you know, they can always do like remixes and stuff.
Like naive artists that want to have like a name on the project and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. I mean, I've heard.
You're like telling your friends I got a big pun verse, but then that big pun verse is on like 30 other songs, and it's like kind of loses its luster. You know what I mean?
Of course. Are they rapping on the songs too, though, or is it more so?
Yeah. Like I said, this is probably. I'm gonna assume it's like newer artists that are still trying to get their feet wet. And they think like, oh, I give this dude $1,000. I got a big pun verse, but you know, I mean, it's not an exclusive.
Right.
It's like,
wait. Yikes. This is a dope conversation. Wait, I think I just got flagged on the algorithm for some reason. You know how that goes. I don't know why. But here, You know what? Let me call you right back on. Is that cool? I'm a cut this one off. No, I want to hear what you got to say. Like what you're saying is really dope. And I think people need to hear this. So let me cut this live off.
Disconnect it right now. Request back up.
Yeah, I'm going to disconnect this one too. Request it back up. All right?
All right, bet.
All right. Yeah, like in a minute, I'm going to come back up and then tell me what you're saying.
Cool.
Okay? All right, for sure. Here, I'm going to hit it back up. Let me, because, yeah, they be tripping over here sometimes, man. They be fucking tripping. All right, we're going to come back up on here. All right, hold on. All right, give me a second, YouTube. We're going to try to get this conversation going. JAÐ-Z30 is a dope-ass producer or DJ, curator, as he said. Definitely check out his music. Let me play this while we get it on.
Let me see your set.
Let me see your work.
Yeah.
So if you telling me that I should be rapping or doing things in a certain way, you know what I'm gonna ask you?
What's my credentials?
Koala, what's your credentials? Let me see your work.
Wait, am I breezy? Because you came in here, you said, what's my name? Battle rap name?
I think, is it Nice and Breezy?
Nah, see, that's crazy. See, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy, Fiasco. You trying to throw me through the loop, huh?
Hey, you
that's
know
crazy.
You're nice, nigga. You're Nice and Breezy, which is crazy. That's a crazy ass.
You know, it's crazy saying sexy to men. That's crazy. It's crazy saying sexy to men. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I like to get under.
You like to get sexy. No,
It all puts tough niggas.
Do you know me?
No, I don't know you at all.
So you know you can't get under my skin, right? Do I like somebody? I want you to see your first impression of me. Do you feel like, hey, I could get under this guy's skin? I just want to know your first. Can you read the room?
Yeah.
You can read the room.
Yeah. I think that the majority of the shit's not about me.
Okay, cool.
So your channel's not dedicated to me.
All right.
But your channel's dedicated to a bunch of niggas, right? But the tone and the way you talk about other niggas,
it's like the same tone you probably talk about other people, right?
No. I'm saying the tone that you specific. I don't talk about other niggas. The tone. I don't have a channel dedicated to talking about what other niggas do.
But you have Instagram,
right? I had the Lupe and Royce podcast. I had the Lupe. Let me finish. I had the Lupe and Royce podcast, but we talked about us. We talk about our shit.
Twitter.
We are jumping into other niggas. Nigga, I ain't been on Twitter. I ain't been on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in like fucking 4 years.
No, hold on. Okay, Lupe, let's relax. Let's relax here.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Twitter pages with you and Aver. You said that you didn't see the freaking back and forth with freaking Aver and Kendrick Lamar and Drake, right? You said you didn't see the back.
What are we talking about?
You said you was on the pages with Aver. You was on the pages with Aver, and he asked you
about Twitter Spaces. His Twitter Spaces. His Twitter Spaces.
But that was 2 years ago.
Okay.
So why would you say 4 years ago?
On Twitter. I
don't know what X is. I don't know. I don't have it.
I haven't been on Twitter in years.
Yeah.
Other than this Twitter Spaces. But that's not Twitter.
He asked you questions and you answered them based off of his questions that you said, Kendrick Lamar.
But we were talking like audibly, like, man, you talking right now.
Right now.
And that was one time.
Right now.
But I went into his space. Right. I wasn't on MySpace. We weren't on MySpace platform.
MySpace is old as hell. Yeah, you're right.
You doing funny shit now. So let's get back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
The bulk of your channel was talking about other niggas.
Okay.
Right? And what other niggas do. You rarely talk about yourself. You give your opinion filter. You give your opinion filtered through what other niggas do.
What does reactions mean? What does a reaction channel?
I don't get it right. You're exactly.
What
so you talk about other niggas. Yeah, you talk about other niggas. Duh, nigga. What? Wow. Right. So niggas like you who talk about other niggas the way that you do, because it's people who react to things who don't react to things the way that you do with the toxicity and the other sexy, jazzy nigga shit.
Yeah.
Like you definitely have Like you definitely get chip away at your shit for sure. You definitely get under your skin.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, me?
And you're a battle rap nigga and a battle rap nigga. Absolutely.
But you know the
your psychology and your personality for sure.
But you know the tough
all
skin.
day long.
But you know the
all
tough.
day long.
You know the tough skin.
Right?
You know the tough skin.
Because you deal in opinions. You don't deal in facts. Because once the facts start happening,
I will tell you the facts.
Talk your facts.
You just lied about.
The shit is
bad.
bad.
You just lied about. You just said opinions though. You lied. You said nobody know about my
about
battle.
What?
You said nobody. You was talking crazy. Maybe you talking sexy like how you
right.
said it.
Nobody knows about your battles.
Maybe you talking sexy like how you was saying it, right?
Right. Because you said everyone with me, right? So I can say nobody fucks you.
Okay.
Because we both know that's not true, right?
We fucking around.
We both know that's not true, right? So both of us are liars.
No, I'm not saying
that. Are you lying?
No, I'm not saying that. No.
Oh, so you won't commit to that? Ah, okay. So I'm the one that's lying.
Facts.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Lupe, wait.
Again. So you always lose yourself. You don't bite yourself. You nigga.
I'm not. Hold on, wait. Before you
you
go.
can't admit that you're wrong.
Why?
Right? You never admit to that shit. You always trying to talk your way out of shit.
Wait, it sound like we going through a loop, Lupe. It sound like we going through a loop. It sound like me and you. It sound like we going through a loop because you accountability. You're saying, right?
It's a Lupe
Are you
Fiasco.
saying accountability, Lupe? Are you saying?
What do you mean?
Are you saying I should take accountability?
Stop. I'm saying that. Can you nigga get under your skin? I said, based on your channel and how you move, yes.
Have you ever seen? How many times you watch your?
Well, you fucking Superman? Or you're emotionless? No, you're not. You get all jazzy and sexy and wild, right? You're an emotional nigga. So because that's not really what happened.
No,
you're doing. Now I gotta live with it because I'm that type of nigga. Can't mistakes.
No. Are you making mistakes? Are you making your mistakes? Because you said you make clear as day that I'm gonna keep bringing you. You made it clear that it's not a top lyricist as far as you can find 50 better lyricists. So are you so you got you over that?
Up on the stream.
Let me ask you a question. You ready? You ready?
Can you my first?
You ready? No, wait. You ready?
Hold on.
No. Let me ask you a question because we're gonna take it to your space.
Okay. All right.
Right. As a battle rapper.
Okay.
Who has the better rappers? Battle rap or mainstream rap?
Battle rappers are the better rappers than mainstream rappers.
Stop. Don't say but. Don't no nigga. Just stop. Periods. Obey the period. Right. Answer the question.
I will try my best to try to obey what you're saying.
Battle rappers are the better rappers.
Yes. My opinion.
Right? As a battle rapper. No, let's be factual.
I don't know about you. I'm saying my opinion.
See if you got the homie.
You can't let a mainstream rapper like freaking what's his name that tried to the one that you praised. Freaking he came in and tried to.
Let's see if we get the homie JAÐ-Z up in here.
Came down.
Yeah. We're talking about the battle rappers, talking about people. Lupe Fiasco right here. I wanted to jump in. Hopefully the homie Yikes sees the stream that's coming up because we were having a little bit of a technical thing with the other stream. But yeah, we're going to let them know right here. Let's just hear a little bit of what they were saying right here.
Okay, so now we go.
He did his thing in those RB battles. He did his thing. He wasn't whack.
I didn't say whack, but he.
But let's get to the point. Let's get to the point, right? So how many? And you know this. No. And you know this. And you know this. You know this, right? You know this.
And you know this, man.
How many battle rappers are there?
Freaking, I want to say thousands.
What's the base level of skill? Like the most bottom tier battle rapper would be better than an upper tier or mid tier mainstream.
I would say that falls in line with cadence, delivery, freaking the way deliver your message.
Come on. My question was, with so thousands of battle rappers, thousands across all they do is battle rap. All they do is put bars together. They're not making songs. They're not interested in shooting videos. I'm not saying that they don't.
Why you saying little niggas? See, you did the mainstream.
Some niggas be doing.
See how they say?
You can't do that though. I'm not trying to.
They need a mediator. Like straight up, man.
Battle rappers.
I mean, I was gonna say if you let me finish, like little niggas, like female MCs, chicks, dudes, big fat motherfuckers, like you want the whole scope, right? So the bottom tier of the thousands of battle rappers, you can arguably say would be rapper-wise better than say a mid-tier mainstream artist.
Yes, rapping-wise, yes.
Rapping-wise. I'm talking about a nigga with no views.
Bottom tier like me can probably do something.
You're not bottom tier, stop. Yeah. You got views.
No, I got.
You want RBE? I'm talking about niggas.
Oh, you saw the RBE? Well, that's just crazy.
I'm talking about niggas that's on Trash Can Battle League and fucking, Opalaka, right?
Okay.
Their skill level is very high.
Right.
So when I say that there's hundreds
only rappers.
Of rappers that are better than me.
You didn't. Wait, hold on. You're not going that far. You're not going that far.
Better than Dot, better than Jay-Z,
No, we gotta stop.
better than King Los, better than maybe not better than Absol, better than all of the mainstream niggas you can find.
Lupe, we gotta stop.
Stop. No.
You said.
Damn. Tripping hard, man.
Just because you caught the tail end or the middle, just like you ain't catch me say this in Sacramento, right? So it's shit that you might miss out on. So I'm filling in the blanks for you.
Yo, here, I'll send you the invite. Yikes, if you wanted to jump on. Here, jump on now. So and yeah, tell me what you. I was gonna hear what Lupe had to say right here, but jump on. Yeah, request and I'll invite you up.
Of rappers that are better than all the niggas who've ever had record deals ever. And I'm talking about niggas who will never sell a record, niggas who will never put out a mixtape, niggas who will never do anything that even feels like commercial activity. They purely just battle rap or they just rap for the sake of rapping. And
let me see if you hit it up.
Bar for bar, lyric for lyric.
Jump in right now. Or here, let me see if I can. Oh, okay, I think I got you.
You don't think that Kendrick Lamar had gave you enough amount of bars to say, yo, this dude really like that? You don't think that his
Wait, hold on. Let me hear this part right here. You there, Yikes?
What did I ask?
Hey, thanks for jumping back on. Yeah, I was just checking out this interview by Lupe. It's just funny, man. Wait.
I know.
I see shit in like 2 minutes.
I don't know if you can hear that. You can hear that?
No, you want to bring it up so people don't. I can bring it up.
No, you go ahead.
What I said to him, you don't want.
He doesn't bring up the Eminem story, at least not from what I know right there. But what were your thoughts on Lupe Fiasco? What were you saying again?
Let me turn my mic back on. I mean,
yeah,
I think he's a very talented MC.
Yeah.
My personal taste, I'm not big into.
Well, let's make sure we give it some likes. We'll get some
the singing stuff like that.
Wait, let's get some likes to the live Yikes too, just to get some people up in here so they can hear what you got to say. You know what I mean? Make sure you like the live.
No, he's a real talented MC. Like, yeah, I remember getting Kick Push off Napster back in the day. Like, he's been doing it forever, and he knows how to put words together, and a very talented MC.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I like the stuff he did with Kanye too. That's what I was bringing up earlier. Like some of the stuff.
And I've also realized we got different lanes of hip hop now. So there's types of music. It's not my taste, but just because I don't like it doesn't make it bad. Right.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying?
I see a lot of people, just really extreme, where like anything they ain't vibing to, they want to call it trash or stuff like that.
Yeah. Speaking of streaming, wait, Yikes! Can you just double tap the screen real quick, just so we get like I think it tricks the algorithm. Yeah, because it's like you're in a different IP address. You feel what I'm saying? You're on a different IP address. You know how the algorithm works, and I want people to hear what you got to say because you got a lot of knowledge on that. But like I said, I'm doing a rebroadcast later on. For sure. Good looking out.
The first time we talked, we was talking about. I'm a SoCal head too, so. Hitting up Unity back in the day. You worked at the Wake Up Show.
Okay.
Elements.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Your mixtapes. I'm so glad you brought that up. You hit it right on the spot. Your mixtapes and curations and all that stuff. It reminds me of when I was at Elements, because I used to go to Elements. I used to battle at Elements. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I lost a couple battles though. I ain't gonna front.
We were probably there at the same night.
I lost a couple battles, man. That's where I paid my dues at. I paid my dues at Elements and Project Blow too. You know about Project Blow. You know.
Yeah, and at Good Life Cafe before that.
Yeah, like because I rhyme too, so it's like when I finally got my respect at a Good Life Project Blow. That's when I felt like, okay, yo, maybe I can like do something here, and I am like, luckily as a side hustle, I still make some money. Yeah, man, like Abstract Rude, those are the dudes I was rolling with out there. I know Micah 9 though too, Freestyle Fellowship, AC Alone, shout them out.
Yeah, I got to I did a song with Rifleman back in the day, back when I was recording music.
Okay, word.
LA Cool. With,
of course I know him. He's on my Facebook all the time, trying to like, he's cool, but I see he be beefing with Talib Kweli.
Okay, I gotta be honest. I stay out of a lot of the.
You heard about that, or did you see that?
No, man. I stay out a lot of the.
Oh, they've been beefing for a while.
The drama side of hip hop.
Hey, yo, Talib Kweli just came at me on Facebook. I got to do a post on that.
Okay.
And I wasn't even trying to come at me. I told Kweli, I was like, well, first I just told him like, hey man, like who cares? Like he was beefing with somebody online, like he usually is. And I just remember I just was like, hey man, you gotta chill, dude. And I didn't think he was gonna respond. I was just like, yo man, just chill out. Like it's all good. Like whether you read it, you read it. If not, you know, whatever. Like who cares? I wasn't tripping. I just, you know, you put your thoughts out there, right? And yeah, no, he responded. But the way he responded though was in a way where he was like, yo, don't tell me what to do. I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Yeah, like he came at me on some weird shit. Like I was like, yo, Kweli, I was just trying to tell you like to be like, it's like, yo, you know, Black Star Kweli. You're like, yo, I mean, I met Kweli a few times, so maybe he knew, maybe he knows who, maybe he remembers. I mean, it was a long time ago, so you know, and I'm sure he's met a lot of people since then. So you know, I don't really hold nothing to it, but I just thought it was funny how the way he responded was like he was coming at me like if I was trying to tell him what to do. He's like, he even went as far to say like, and that's why people try to make us slaves and we're not slaves. I was just like, all right, I already know that, but damn, that's not what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's an extreme response to that.
I'll put it up. I should put it up. I think it's still on Facebook.
I remember catching that Lyricist Lounge tour.
Okay.
Back in, like, I think early 2000s.
Yeah.
Remember that hotel, the Alexandria? I think it was called.
Of course. Yeah, I've been to Alexandria too. Yeah.
And this was like Talib and Mos Def were the headliners, but it was before like it was official Black Star, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Before the Black Star album dropped out. So yeah, this might have been late 90s now that I think about it.
Okay.
It was a dope show though. Yeah, Rod Digger was up there. Thurston Howell. I mean, that whole crew with the Lyricist Lounge.
Yeah. You had that other cat too, that they didn't go on to become famous, but like Wordsworth or one of them dudes.
Oh yeah, Punchline and Wordsworth.
Yeah, I remember them. I know what's up with that shit too. Yeah, I was studying all that, man. I'm real hip hop.
At the time, I thought they were gonna be the next big thing.
Yeah, Wordsworth and then. I mean, they're on the album with Tribe Called Quest, right? The Love album.
Yeah, they're still
with the Mos Def and all this, and that was before Mos Def and all them became famous. As a matter of fact, I know Mos Def is on that track. I don't know if Kweli's on it. I think he might be, but Mos Def is definitely on that track, most definitely. And then you have Wordsworth and Punchline. But then that's also like the beginning of Eminem too, like the whole not the Lyricist Lounge, but like the sound bombing. You know?
Yeah. Eminem before Dre, with the sound bombing.
That's when I first heard Eminem. Like, I first heard Eminem on the sound bombing. I actually had one of his demos, too. I mean, I got his demo over here on cassette tape, but I had one of his, like, Slim Shady demo tapes.
I remember he had that one verse. He was like, went to Bible class with a gun, blasted a nun, said F hell, so Satan sent my ass to the sun. I wasn't born, I was dumped in the trash with a note attached. Someone please whip this brat's ass.
Damn.
Yeah, that old M.
Oh, you know the lyrics. Okay.
Oh man, I was vibing to M hard when before Dre, and even the first two albums.
All Dre did was just co-sign.
He's another good example. He raps. He's an amazing lyricist, but he doesn't really record songs I vibe to anymore.
Who? Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
It's like he's just caught up and just wants to be as technical as he can, but just the production. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but I'm just not really feeling it.
His music didn't really age that well.
That too, yeah. A lot of that extreme type of lyricism that we saw in the 2000s did not age well. I agree.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was listening to Eminem. Like I was listening to some of his stuff recently, and I thought, like, of course, like Marshall Mathers, he got some dope shit on there, but there was also some of his stuff like with The Way I Am and all that.
I think a lot of it too, though, it was
Like
just
that beat is
era.
dope, but yeah, his lyrics are like his like that tone that he was in is just like like. But I get it though. Like he was one of the only ones doing it. But you're right, the Slim Shady shit that was on some other shit. He was on some other shit with that.
And yeah, with the newer stuff, I'll see someone do like a lyric breakdown. I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty dope what he wrote, but. There's just because I like looking at the final project. Like you left the studio, is that song lit or not? That's what I'm looking for. Right.
Yeah, man. I mean, so wait, you said where'd you grow up at again?
I'm in SoCal, man.
Okay.
I'm in Fullerton.
Oh, okay. Word. Yeah. I've been around in that area. I've been traveling around and stuff. I'm actually about to leave the country myself, so. That's why I've been getting these streams going. But yeah.
So like I'm right on the border of LA County, Orange County. Right
no, I know. Yeah, I know exactly where that's at. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in Texas, but I'm from LA, so I know what's up. You know?
Okay, so
yeah, I know. I've been all over LA, like downtown, mid-city, West LA, Culver City, all that, you know?
Like this, 90s?
Yeah.
It was we all had a swap meet we went to, right?
Yeah.
Like I checked out a bunch of them. So like my main swap meets I would go to would be Santa Fe Springs.
Okay.
That one's more like kind of a party. Norwalk Indoor and Anaheim Indoor.
Okay.
I mean, I used to hit up the Compton swap meet way back in the day.
Oh yeah. Compton is still popping in a way too, man.
Well, yeah. Well, they got like a Walmart up there now. They called it the Compton Fashion
The Compton
Center.
Walmart. Hey, the Compton Walmart, to be honest with you, is one of my favorite Walmarts. Like I go to Walmart sometimes, and I've been to the Compton one. I was like, whenever I'm in that area, if you got to go to Walmart,
the shopping center looks real nice.
That one's big. It's big as heck. Like they got everything that you need. You could buy clothes, toothpaste, food, beer, blunts. And attire. You can get everything up in there.
Though, back in the 90s, that was a real dope swap meet. I like going there for mixtapes.
Yeah.
There was this this Asian lady that used to be able to do hats real well before they had the machines that could do the stitching.
Okay.
Like you could get the blank caps and just draw on it.
Okay.
And she would stitch it by hand, so you could do some graph, and then she would stitch it up on there for you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, when we used to get our hats done and stuff like that. Yeah, so you know what's up. You said so. I know you said that's where you stay, but you're born and raised. Like even when you're listening to hip hop.
Yeah. I'm SoCal. I've been all over SoCal, but I'm Fullerton now.
The reason why I asked is because the music that you played was like very East Coast. A lot of it. I mean, with the exception of a few.
Yeah, I would say it does have an East Coast sound. But
like I didn't know if you were from New York or something. I was thinking like, oh, this dude might be from New York or something like that, or Queens or Jersey.
When we started, you know what I mean? When I was watching Yo MTV Raps back in the 80s, listening to 1580K Day, there was a lot of the music out at that time was East Coast rap.
Yeah.
But I always make sure to pay tribute to Los Angeles on those mixes I put together. Like, if you look at them, when I end it, I always end it with, like, some OG LA stuff.
No, I grew up with a lot of that. I mean, as you see on my wall right here, like, most of the rappers on my wall are East Coast rappers, like Rakim, Jay-Z. I mean, of course, I have to have Dr. Dre on there, so shout out Dre. And then I got Wu-Tang over here, and then, of course, Nas. So, but then...
And that's why I talk about more. I think we need to stop trying to define specific types of rap music to a coast, to a zip code. Like, cause like those mixes I got, there's stuff from all across the country, stuff from outside of the country that I put on those mixes. But if you're listening, you're going to say it's kind of a traditional New York sound for the most part.
Okay. I mean, somewhat, but Chino, like, you know, Empower again, he's from the West Coast, right? Yeah, so.
No, Chino's from Jersey.
Oh, he is? I thought, but then he was living in L.A. for like a minute, though.
On the Wake Up Show, but he's originally from Jersey.
So, let me tell you this.
I think he stayed a lot of his
Yeah.
I know he was living out here for a while. I don't know him like that, but I know he spent a lot of time in California.
Yo, let me tell you like this. Oh, that's dope. Nah, I mean, you know what's up. I could tell. Like, yeah. Nah, definitely. I mean, he was definitely out here. Like, I know him, like, to the point to, like, even one of my homies, I haven't talked to him in a minute, but, like, one of my homies was, like, doing shirts for him and doing all the merch for him, you know? Like, he was...
Yeah, that's probably what you saw when he was working at the Wake Up Show, because if you look at the first album, Here to Save You All, Wake Up Show got executive producer credits on a few of those songs.
Yeah, you know who else? Okay, and you know who else he was working with too? That people forget. I know you mentioned a couple people, but also Immortal Technique.
Yeah.
Like Immortal Technique was coming through. So like I actually got a drop from Immortal Technique. I don't know if I put that online. I gotta put that online. But I got drop. I got Immortal Technique shouting me out. Like shout out to Immortal Technique. Like he's one of my favorite rappers too.
Yeah, oh yeah, that double album he came out with, it's
Yo, like he's not a dude you just see all the time. I mean, kind of, sort of. Well, back then you did. I don't know about now, but back then he was kind of outside. But yeah, I think like getting a drop from Immortal Technique, like I gotta say, like I think that's some realness right there. Like, you know, he's definitely. Yeah, like he's up there. I seen him signing autographs one time at a table. I was at a show, and there was like girls coming up to him crying, yo.
Wow.
Like, yeah, like they were crying, like you changed my life and you did all this for me, like just crying. And I was just like, damn, I haven't really seen that in a minute, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, that's the main thing though I see with hip hop right now is there's a lot of great. It's not getting the publicity on the major outlets. That's as far as I could tell. I know I'm not the only person that's trying to like, you know what I mean, shine a light on it. Mm-hmm. Because like every one of those mixes I post, I make sure there's stuff that just came out a month ago. Every mix I put on those, you know what I mean?
Okay. What do you mean by stuff that just came out a month ago? So like, are these new rap songs or are these songs that have been out for a minute?
Yeah, that last post, yeah, you can click on the songs, but I'd say probably at least 10 of those were songs that just dropped within the month. And I won't put more than one song, an album on a mix. Like there's albums like, I'm like, all right, which song do I want to put on this mix? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to do the same thing when I do that stream next weekend. I'm going to make sure there's going to be a bunch of stuff that just came out in June on this new mix.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, man, I love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely send the link through or whatnot, because, yeah, man, like I said, it's good music, too. I like listening to those mixes just, like, to work to and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's why I built them, like 2 hours long. So if you got some chores to do, got a long drive, that's kind of the intent what I had when I put those together.
I definitely got that vibe. So as far as like your thoughts on the hip hop thing, I know that this Lupe thing, I just want to know what you thought real quick. I know it was like crazy. Well, not just Lupe, but like
a lot of good points.
Yeah.
I was the host where he starts like, well, I got all these likes and views, and to me, I think that's corny.
Yeah. I forgot if he said that, but I think you're right. I think he did say that at one part. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't really like listening at that point. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
This day and age,
yeah.
Anyone with big numbers, I just honestly, I'm kind of jaded now. I just assume some of them views was paid for.
Sometimes, yeah, I think so, man. I mean, I think also, like, speaking of which, like, I think, like, the algorithms trip out sometimes, too, or they do their thing. But I think overall, because, like, I've met with some people that work at YouTube and stuff like that, and they've told me straight up that, like, yo, it's all about consistency. Like, just be consistent, like, no matter what. Like, things are going to go up.
Numbers are a proven like sales pitch. They were doing this in the 90s, but
right.
the way they
like
faked
before
the
that,
back
yeah,
then, you want to say faked, is if you you're on a label, right?
Yeah.
And all those, when your albums got shipped to Warehouse and Tower Records and all the record stores across that,
yeah,
they would register those as sales, not the stuff that actually sold over the counter. So when you see stuff that went platinum in the first week, that's just because they had their stuff in Target and Walmart.
Wait, repeat that. What you said? You said something about them having not over the counter and they would sell.
Just when the labels would ship the albums to the stores.
Right.
That's what the Scantron would use as numbers when they say it would go, like when you'd hear albums that went platinum in the first week, like they might have not sold one album. All of them were sitting on the shelf, but they would use the numbers of what they sent to the stores.
Interesting. I never really knew that, but that makes sense.
Now, you know what I mean? You got bot farms, all sorts of stuff, and just it's human nature when you're like, oh, this guy's platinum, it's got numbers. People feel like they're missing out and they want to be part of it and stuff like that. It's just a psychology thing that music labels know that. You see the other side. Some of these artists where they do a show and nobody shows up and everyone's just clowning them. If you got bad numbers, you get just ridiculed.
Yeah, true. And then,
so it's part of this. It's part of how the salesmanship goes with when you're pushing your album out.
Nah, for sure, sure. I agree.
Yeah, whether it's Jay-Z, Eminem, all of them. Yes, there are true numbers, but I personally think they're all inflated. Who knows what the real numbers are? That stuff means honestly nothing to me. Pop it in, is it hot or not? That's how I look at it.
No, I agree with that 100%. But let me ask you this: like, when you say, that was a good point though. What you were saying about the numbers being inflated. I think that once you get to a certain level of fame, it's kind of like who knows what the numbers really are, right? But
yeah, and it's like I don't know why people are so caught up in it now. Like I ain't getting commission off these numbers.
It's like the NBA
people
or
act
sports,
like they're getting action off it. Sometimes the way they talk.
No, I agree. But also, I think, well, it's like you said, but like, yeah, people act like they're getting money for it, but I mean, also, like, what do you think of just though about like not just the numbers, but like the raps? Like, do you think that some of them deserve what they're doing? Because it's like sports. That's what I was gonna say. Like, people care about who's winning, and if they're selling a lot of records, then it means that they're winning, and people want to be on the winning team. So
yes. Again, I think that's a big reason why they do it. I'm in the minority where that stuff it means nothing to me. It's like the old example people talk about where like McDonald's sells 1 million hamburgers. Does that make it a good burger?
True. Yeah, it's not anymore. Numbers, that's for sure.
The numbers say that if we just went by the numbers, they got the best burger in the world.
There's something about it. That is for sure. There is something about it, but I think it also has to do with their marketing and advertising. Their marketing is like genius.
Yeah, that's just how the industry works.
Yeah. Like they were able to market. Well, it's really Ray Kroc. I don't know if you ever saw that movie, the Michael Douglas. Michael Keaton plays him in a movie. I think it's a good movie. But you also got his book. But I think the movie, from what I heard, might be better than the book in some ways. But
that he used that same psychology. Remember all the signs, over 1 million sold, over 1 billion sold. Right. They would put that over there, and it's just human nature. What a lot of people do. As I'm older, I'm more aware of that, and I'm not going to let the masses dictate my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, McDonald's, I think they were the ones that like implemented a lot of new strategies that weren't done at the time. Like basically they implemented the Henry Ford strategy into fast food where
with the assembly line. Yes.
The assembly line. Yeah, I think they were the first one to do that. And then they also they gave you paper bags and put your food in a paper bag, whereas back then people would give you like plates and dishes and stuff, Because
I do know what he originally he sold equipment for milkshake equipment, right?
Right, exactly. That's how he found them.
He was selling those milkshake equipment,
and they needed the milkshakes.
And the McDonald's brothers were they wanted like 8 of them. He's like, "What the hell is going on over here?"
And it was a mom and pop shop, and they wanted to keep McDonald's as a mom and pop shop. You know?
Yeah, I think they're like San Bernardino or something like
exactly.
that. Right?
Yeah, that's where the first McDonald's was in San Bernardino. Yeah.
909.
Yeah, they talk about that in the movie The Founder. If you haven't seen that, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. You should definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. Like it's a good story of like, yo, how he just made McDonald's into what it is. And
yeah, I mean,
a lot of the movie, I think, talks about marketing. But the reason why I bring it up is because you're right. It also trickles down into like the record business. And I was just thinking too the other day where I was like, yo, it's interesting how like a lot of rappers who are mainstream, or maybe not mainstream, but like they sell a lot of records. The interesting, thing about it is that they all have the cosign. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, I'm an outsider and all that. I hear all the stories. I don't know what to believe. I don't want to get on too much of just speaking on hearsay that I've heard and stuff like that. But it's I know like this when Nas and Jay-Z, when that whole battle was going on between them, when people would have the conversations, who better, who do you think won?
Oh,
nobody was talking about sales.
Yo, that's so funny you bring that up, because I remember I was having a debate with somebody on here, and they said
but no one's like,
about
who got
that.
more streams, who got more clicks, this and that. That wasn't part of the dialect when people went and fast forward to now. That's how I would always hear when people were talking about with Drake and Kendrick. Where they're like, well, look at the likes, look at the clicks. Like, why are we using this as a metric to define this conversation?
All right, I'm glad you brought that up. But you know what they're talking about now is Drake and Jay-Z. Have you heard that one?
Personally, I think it's just all marketing at this point. They saw the whirlwind that happened between Drake and Kendrick and all the revenue it generated. And it was just like when Joyner Lucas was going against that dude from the UK, Skepta, I think his name was.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about
that. Like, lo and behold, they created this like USA versus UK right when they were both about to drop an album. It seems like it's more just almost another marketing tool for a rollout.
Yeah, it could be like that. It could possibly be like that.
Like,
what was your thoughts,
though? Jay's supposed to have a new album coming out, right? And all of a sudden, the battle.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting ready to do New York, Yankee Stadium, right?
Exactly. So yeah, it looks like he's building up for an album release.
Definitely.
And let's create some beef. You get some free marketing if people start arguing about it online.
I mean, he did the pop-up too.
Yeah.
The pop-up in New York.
But like I said though, if they could create even half of the energy that the whole Drake, like people are still going back and forth on the Drake and Kendrick. That shit was 2 years ago.
Yeah, didn't Drake just buy like his house that he grew up in? Did you hear about that?
No, I'd stay out of a lot of the stories and stuff like that. I focus more on the albums than the gossip stuff.
Yeah, I heard about that, man. I don't know if that's really true, but I think it is. I think it might be. But if that's true, that's so petty. That's like
the little that I pay attention to him, yeah, he's got a lot of goofy stuff from my perspective.
From a real hip hop head, because I could see that you like hip hop. What did you think of the Drake Iceman album? Make sure I can hear you.
On a preface this, I've never been a big Drake fan.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
When I heard it, it sounded like the main one, Iceman. It sounded like a decent Drake album.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not my style of music.
Well, the difference was on that album, I think, is that he was rapping on that album.
Yeah, that's one of the things where people talk about all these #1 hits and they want to crown them. And I don't know, a lot of the songs I see, they're just bops that he hooks up with, like, this sounds like club rap to me.
Yeah. Or are you talking about Iceman or just Drake in
just Drake in general, like there's like when I would go to the club in the 90s, where they had the dress code, all that, they played different type of rap than, say, when you went to Elements.
Oh, of course. I mean, Elements was different, though.
It's
Elements
stuff girls
was like,
could dance to.
Yeah, Elements was more like a
And
battle rap thing though. That was like 8 Mile stuff, you know. And didn't Otherwise, who was always like down with Elements, didn't he like beat Eminem in a battle supposedly?
Yeah, Otherwise did beat M in a battle, and there's no shame losing to Otherwise. Otherwise is a beast off the top of the head.
Well, at that time,
that's that was that rap Olympics that you hear about that M came in second place. He lost to Otherwise. The footage got buried.
Yeah.
Someone bought that up and they just put it on ice and never let it see the light of day.
He paid somebody off for that.
Yeah, and then I got to talk to Riddler from CVE, and there was a second battle that was 5-on-5 that had it was basically Project Blowed versus Eminem. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. I think it was Thurston Howe, Eminem. What was that guy? He had that song Lubrication, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. But basically, how the battle worked, how Riddler explained it, and it's in his book, that they gave the judges each gave them a subject. Because these guys were like kind of going with pre-writtens and stuff like that, all the East Coast heads. And you know Project Blowed, it was nothing but, you get on the mic, they had off the top of the head freestyles.
Right.
And I guess M and all them, they just walked off the stage after round 3. It was a 5-on-5 and they just bounced after 3. They knew they were just getting destroyed.
And what year was this?
I think it was like 96, 97, something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there is a video footage of Eminem on YouTube from 97 where he's battling
There was a
Juice.
couple of them. There was one called the Rap Olympics. And
yeah, he lost to Rhyme Fest. He beat Eminem in a battle.
Yeah, and it was...
That's on YouTube.
Like I said, though, Otherwise, you said you saw Otherwise at Elements.
Well, I know Otherwise personally. I didn't just see Otherwise. I know him personally. He's on... Yeah, I know Otherwise personally.
Yeah, I remember looking up an interview of him where he talked about that, and I guess he won a Rolex for winning that battle against M. And he said it got stole from him.
And the funny thing is that Eminem probably got like 20 Rolexes now.
Yeah.
Eminem got like 100 fucking Rolexes.
Lost battles. If you
yeah, 8 Mile was a lie. That's why they have to say, I think at the end of the credits, if you read the credits, not only did Craig G write the battle, but they say at the end of the credits that this is loosely based on a true story. And I think the main reason...
There was another dude in the UK that went by the name of Skinny Man. And I guess he got M on a battle out there in England back when he was first coming up. People like... And not a lot of people know about him, but you ask people from over there, he's a big deal. This guy's Skinny Man.
Okay. What is he, like a rapper or something, or what does he do?
Yeah, he's a rapper. Yeah, just a UK rapper.
All right. I mean, there's a lot of rappers in the UK.
I was talking to this one person that comes through my stream, and she's from France, and I don't know a whole lot about Skinny Man, but the impression I got from the couple articles I read is he's kind of like the KRS of England.
Okay.
Like just that OG that's been putting it down forever. Maybe not the biggest name, but all the true ones know who he is over there.
Well, speaking of KRS, I did a viral interview back in the days, and this is like when you really went viral, because nowadays they talk about viral like, oh, you get like 100,000 hits, that's going viral. It's like, nah, man, like my video hit like 4 or 5 million in a day. Like that's like real viral.
Dope.
I did the interview with KRS. I don't know if you saw it maybe, but it was on YouTube about the Illuminati. I was like one of the first people that did that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
That's when I was talking about the Illuminati, like people weren't even really talking about the Illuminati back then. This was like back in like years ago. But yeah, no, we did that. Yeah. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, late 90s, I went down that rabbit hole with the black helicopters and all that stuff.
Oh I feel you. Because KRS, we were chilling with him. I was, the whole what is it? What did he have? The Temple of Hip Hop? All them dudes?
Yes.
Yeah, so I
Temple
was
of
working.
Hip-Hop.
I was working with them dudes, you know.
Okay.
And I was about to be a member. Like I was working with becoming a member of that at the time, and Zulu Nation. But then we saw about African Bambaataa, and it was like, it ain't cool to be part of Zulu Nation no more. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you ever work with Chikozy?
Nah, I didn't. I'm not sure who that is, but it sounds familiar.
I know he was doing some work on that Temple of Hip Hop, like the old stuff, like late 90s.
Yeah, I forgot some of their names, but I was working with some dudes who were, I know for a fact, they were like the right-hand man of KRS-One. Because everywhere that KRS was, this dude was there, you know? And like he was just there in the background, just like watching what's going on, like just watching, you know? And white dude too, you know, just like sitting back there just watching everything. And he was cool, but I was just like, all right, so like he was kind of the guy who you had to talk to in some ways in order to get the approval from KRS.
Got it.
You know?
Yeah, I got to open up for him a long time ago, early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I didn't hang out with him or nothing. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
but
no, I opened up for him too,
for
but
me
yeah, that's dope.
As a fan to be able to do that, and then they actually, Brother Jay from X Clan came out as a special appearance that show too.
Nice.
So just as a fan of hip hop, it was real fun for me.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, you probably know then, since if you've seen KRS-One live, like he knows how to put on a show, you know? Like, his crowd control, mic control, doing a live performance, second to none. Yeah, he's a real rapper for sure. And I think everybody.
Yeah, I mean, he really knows how to draw a crowd in, and just a master of ceremonies to the truest definition.
Yeah, so I could see your point, especially from hearing the music that you were playing in the mixes. I could definitely hear your point, or curating, shall I say, that I could understand. Like you probably like whatever with Drake. So what were your thoughts on that battle? I'd like to know your opinion real quick, just like on the whole Drake Kendrick battle.
I didn't do any posts on it.
Like, who did you think won that? Who did you think won that?
I'm with the majority. I think Kendrick took that.
Okay.
I almost think it was that battle. I almost feel it was the industry trying to feel out what direction is hip hop going.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't even reading the comments. Wait, I hear you. What you saying? I just saw somebody had posted in the comments, Zach, about favorite Outkast album. But yeah, go ahead. And then, damn, he might have jumped off. But yeah, somebody had jumped in the comments. I should have saw that earlier. But yeah, go ahead. What you were saying though about.
But yeah, I almost felt like they're trying to see, do people still want the commercial side of it, or trying to get back more to its roots? I almost felt that's kind of what the battle was about. But it got into a deeper side on the racial aspect in the culture. I'm a white guy where I feel there's some things it's not my place to speak on.
That's interesting you see that. I mean, I guess you're right. Like some people have been like kind of saying that. Are you talking about like culturally wise, like where Kendrick was probably saying stuff about like the slave plantations? Or like the colonizer.
All the above, man.
Like he's like, you ain't a colleague, you a colonizer.
They're just some things where I don't need to put in my 2 cents.
I feel you. I mean, I think even with black people, I feel like with us, it's like, damn, that's like really between them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that they had that shit.
You know, being in Southern California, it's a melting pot here.
Right.
You're dealing with every race.
Yeah, absolutely. I think like a lot of major cities, but definitely LA and definitely New York, you know?
Yeah. You be dealing with Asians.
Europe is kind of like that too.
White people.
Like people sleep on Europe, but it's like, because I've been to Europe and it's like Europe is, I don't know if you've been out there, but it's just like, Europe is like that too.
I've like when I've gone through the South, I just felt a different temperature than being in Southern California.
Oh, for sure.
It kind of felt like more people were just like, I'm going to stick to my own there. That was my perspective.
And the Midwest. The Midwest is like that too.
Mm-hmm.
The Midwest is like that. All my people's in Detroit. I got a lot of family from Detroit. So, Like, yeah, that's how it is out there. Like, a lot of people just stick to their own. But I just was curious to hear your opinion because I know you know what's up with real hip hop. So it's good to.
But now I think it's at the point where, like, I don't know what's left to be said in that conversation. Like I said, it's been 2 years. Like, I'm not like saying like it didn't happen or ignore what happened and try to diminish its importance in the hip hop. But I don't feel it's a conversation that needs to be.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
Hours every single day at this point.
Well, the one thing I was going to ask on that, and I agree with you on that. The one thing, because I think about that too when I see some posts come up online and people are like still talking about like, oh, Drake is nowhere near Jay-Z. But I understand some people are going to just say things for engagement. But the other point though that I will just say about this, because there was, of course, a bunch of other things going on in hip hop other than that. But I think it was that Drake's whole album, Iceman at least. The other two albums he dropped are more R&B. But the Iceman one, he was addressing the whole beef. Like,
I felt even him addressing it at this point, like it is more than just one song.
Right.
You asking my favorite Outkast album?
Oh, that's what someone was saying. Yeah. Drake, hold on. Mr. Freeze, what's up? I see Mr. Freeze. He's always up in here. You said Drake has surpassed Jay-Z. Hell no, man. Hell no. I don't agree with that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't know. I don't agree with that. But you tell me what you think, Yikes.
Surpassed in what way?
Exactly. That's a better question. Surpassing record sales. I don't even know if he has in record sales. Maybe not.
I mean, you can just pull up the numbers if that's the question.
Jay-Z sold a lot of records and Drake sold a lot of records. So, like, I think Jay-Z had the most Grammys until Kendrick won a lot of Grammys. But then people can argue and say, well, Drake doesn't submit to the Grammys anymore. Like, they said they wanted him to submit Iceman to the Grammys, and they said that he refused to submit Iceman to the Grammys. But if he does decide to submit it to the Grammys, which he should, I think he should win a few Grammys for that album. At least they're singles.
I mean, the Grammys.
Did you like side notes? Wait,
my
bad.
Grammys.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just saying, everyone hates the Grammys unless their favorite artist wins it. Then they love to talk about the Grammys.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, lately they've been kind of doing better. I think they've been doing a little better. Like when Killer Mike won all those Grammys and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay. Like they're kind of paying attention, and he didn't just win a Grammy. He like swept it. He won like 3 Grammys that night. But I think that you're right. Like people are like that too. If their artist doesn't win it, but here, let me see what Mr. Freeze is saying in the comments. You said Drake doesn't mess with the Grammys because the Grammys is more political than anything. Well, that's definitely true. The Grammys are definitely political, but that's what I was saying is that I think they're starting to get a little bit better. But the reason why I brought up the Grammys was because I feel that if Drake submits Iceman to it, like he should win a single. And the side note I was going to say was that, did you hear because you had that song Janice, Shut the F Up, that he was doing a party?
I did hear that.
Yeah, he's doing a party and he's inviting all girls that are named Janice to his parties. In all over the cities all over America, or just like the major cities like New York, Miami, LA, San Francisco. You know, did you hear about that?
No, I did not. But the most #1 albums, Mr. Freeze, it's tough to compare because a lot of Jay-Z albums were pre-streaming, or at least to where streaming is at now, where he had to sell physical copies. People had to get in their car, go to the store and purchase it.
Good point.
As opposed to just clicking to something on a computer.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people don't
like that. I was like everyone else when the Iceman dropped. I just pulled it up on Spotify. I was able to check it out without, you know what I mean, even leaving my front door or spending 1 penny. That's fine. If he's your favorite MC, Mr. Freeze, who am I to judge? I wish I could enjoy him as much as you do.
Who's his favorite MC?
It sounds like it's Drake.
Probably Gen Z. I'd be like, are you a Gen Zer? Because most Gen Zers Drake is their favorite rapper. I don't know about surpassed Jay-Z, because you have to say like, what is it? Is it, what are you saying? Selling records or legacy? Because if you're talking about selling records, possibly I can search that right here. I got my laptop right here. But if you're talking about like legacy, I still think that Jay-Z has a more deeper impact on the culture than Drake does. Like, Jay-Z easily comes up as one of the top 10 rappers of all time. Just like Drake might start coming into that conversation. I'm not sure yet.
But see, we're getting
Jay-Z
back into the thing where I don't use numbers to judge music.
Well, I'm not using numbers
Grammy
either.
Isn't going to make me like an album that I didn't like previously.
Let me say this: like how Jay-Z's doing his Reasonable Doubt tour right now, and he's about to do Yankee Stadium. What I'm saying is that Reasonable Doubt is one of the best hip hop albums that ever came out, I think, of all time.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you got Primo on that album too. You got Premier on that album.
Oh yeah, I still got that album on cassette. Reasonable Doubt.
Premier was even in the comments shouting out Jay-Z. Like, come on, man.
But look, from what I understand,
not to mention Ski Beats too, who's underrated.
But from what I understand, $80,000, you could have a top 20 song like that.
What do you mean? Are you saying about like putting up a budget?
No, your song will be on Billboard. Period. Top 20. Those spots are for sale.
Yeah. Somebody was saying that. Some dude was saying that on YouTube that works in the record business.
I heard Search say that.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree with that. But then he also said that, you got to stay on there too. And I think Jay-Z's kind of done that. But let me see what Mr. Freeze said right here. You said, how do you scale impact without numbers? What do you actually have?
Again, I judge music solely on the music. I'm personally, I'm not concerned if this guy's better than that guy. I have trouble. Like, look, you go to the Louvre out in France, right? Famous museum, and people aren't saying, oh, the Mona Lisa clears this other painting. I'd name another one if I could.
Right, that's a good point. We'll just fact check it right now. Hold on, let me just see what it says.
I mean, do you listen to the music or you just listen to cheerlead the numbers?
Drake has definitely sold more records than Jay-Z, according to what it says right here. But
records or streams?
Yeah, exactly. It's primarily driven by digital streams. That's the keynote. It's not really by physical records. I think physical records do count more.
A lot of the music I personally enjoy, the stuff I put on those playlists, they got less than 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Let me ask AI, who sold more physical copies? Let's see what AI says.
I would be willing to bet Jay-Z.
Yeah, hopefully if AI can get it right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. Good call, Yikes Uno. Shout out. Jay-Z has sold significantly more physical, keyword, physical copies than Drake. Jay-Z, let me read this part right here. Jay-Z came up during the peak CD cassette era, which is true because I remember CDs started coming out mid-2000s. So Jay-Z came up during the peak CD cassette era of the late 1900s and 2000s. Wait, let me put it on this screen just for those that are on the YouTube. Hold on. Because I got people on YouTube too. Just to let you know, I'm not just streaming on TikTok, yikes. We're streaming on YouTube as well. So I got you channeled in over there too as well.
But Freeze, and I agree. People's listening habits are different now than 30 years ago.
Well, here,
there was no streaming option in 96.
Well, exactly. Like, I mean, AI just like put this together right here. Gemini. I mean, I use ChatGPT too, but I also like Gemini by Google. They said Jay-Z came up during the peak CD area, which we know in cassette era of 1990s to 2000s, allowing him to rack up roughly 30 million to 35 million pure physical album sales globally. By comparison, Drake debuted right as the industry shifted to the digital downloads and streaming. While Drake has massive overall equivalent sales driven by streaming, his actual CD and vinyl sales sit much lower at roughly 10 million to 15 million copies compared to Jay-Z, who has 30 million. So Jay-Z's doing double.
Mr. Freeze, let me ask you this. Are you a Drake fan or a fan of hip-hop?
That's kind of a tough question. I'll give Mr. Freeze on that. That's kind of a tough question because if you ask that type of a question, you have to ask yourself this. Do you consider Drake hip-hop?
We'll just call him hip-hop. I don't even want to get into that one. That's a tough one, but we'll just call him hip-hop.
Like, yeah.
Just so I don't ruffle no one's feathers.
Like, would you, like, if you, I don't know how far back you go to listening to Drake, but would you consider him hip-hop?
Using the traditional 90s definition?
Yeah, how about this? Just the definition in general, whether we say 90s to 2000s. I mean, we definitely know that hip hop has changed, but let's just say in general, like, is this cat hip hop? Like, is he part of the culture? Like, we got the culture vultures, right?
Yeah.
Is he part of the culture to you, or is he a culture vulture?
More of a pop star that makes rap music.
That's a good point. I've heard that before. You're not the first one that said that. So his first album, Thank Me Later, or even some of the mixtapes. I don't know if have you heard the mixtapes by him?
I got to be honest. I've gone through a lot of it, but I haven't gone through all of his stuff. But I heard enough where I just knew a lot of it wasn't for me. I have found songs that I enjoy. Yeah. But it wasn't some.
So I'm gonna tell you like this. The reason why I feel you, and I was gonna just say real quick. The reason why I bring it up is because I remember hearing some of his mixtapes because some of my friends were Drake fans, and they are. Some of them still are actually, and of course now. But like they were listening to Drake before Drake became really famous, and they were telling me about Drake. And they were like, "Yo, you gotta check this dude out, Drake." You know what I mean? And so I was just like, all right, let me listen to his mixtapes. Like I don't even think he put out an album yet. I was listening to Drake before he dropped his album. And, he was rapping on his mixtapes on a lot of Dilla and Ninth Wonder beats. Were you aware of that?
No, but that always helps make anyone's rhyme sound better.
Yeah, so it's like the fact that he was rapping over Dilla beats. And, if you go back and listen to his, I forgot which mixtape it is. Maybe someone could put it in the comments. Since Mr. Freeze, if you're a Drake fan, you could put it in the comments. There's, a mixtape by Drake. I forgot which one if it's So Far Gone.
Commercial side.
But he learned it from Fonte.
And I can't fault anyone getting
like
their mail.
Fonte was singing too. Fonte, Little Brother, right?
Yeah.
Fonte was singing too.
Yeah, and a lot of times, me personally, that's kind of a turnoff.
What,
there are exceptions to the rule, but if I want to hear singing, like. I'd rather go back to some Motown, stuff like that.
I hear you completely. Yeah, the mixtape, you got to check out one of his mixtapes, though, because that's why I say, like, to me, yeah, you're right. Drake definitely changed his style. I mean, I'm not trying to say, like, either one person's right or wrong. I think we're both right on this. Like, you're right. He changed his style. He definitely went the more marketable, mainstream, making money approach, which makes sense. People got bills to pay.
It worked for him. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean?
Not just
like
that,
I said,
but it's like, yeah, man.
Getting their money.
Yeah, if people want to get money, man, get your money. Like, if it works for you, then fuck it. But I'm saying that he definitely. Oh, comeback season. Yeah, Mr. Freeze in the comment section said comeback season. Exactly. Comeback season was the mixtape that Drake did where he's like rap. And when he did a song with Ninth Wonder or Little Brother, but Ninth Wonder on the beats, it's like, okay, he knows what's up. But I mean, everybody knows what's up with Ninth Wonder. I mean, Ninth Wonder is like kind of one of those producers who's underground, but he's kind of mainstream too,
Yeah, I was talking to you about last time where his daughter just came out with an album.
Oh, I didn't even know
Jada.
that.
Yeah, I did a post about it, and I put one of their songs on that most recent playlist. It's Jada and Saya, and it's executive produced by Ninth Wonder. But from what I understood, what I read is Jada did all the production. It still feels like a Ninth Wonder influence. I'm guessing because she's his daughter. She probably learned to make beats from her dad.
Of course. Most kids learn those things from their kids. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Freeze says the song is called Where To Now using Dilla instrumental. Exactly. Yeah, that comeback season's pretty dope. But my favorite mixtape by Drake was So Far Gone. That's the one I'll tell you, yikes. I mean, I don't know if it's your style. Like, you probably like the Drake that came in later.
I would definitely, it'd be more appealing to my ear hearing about some Dilla beats, things like that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that you got to question about with
he took it back on the Iceman. He took it back.
Ghostwriting and things like that. Where
true.
I don't know where his place sits honestly in history, and I'm not the one.
Let me tell you this, man. I don't think any of these
determination.
rappers are writing all the lyrics themselves. I think a lot of these rappers have other people in the studio with them. Thank you for the likes coming in, by the way.
For the mainstream, yes. A lot of the stuff I post, these are MCs that they got no budget. They ain't got money in their pocket to get people writing lyrics for them.
Yeah, I mean, but like sometimes you'll have your people in the studio with you. I'm just saying, and like they'll give you inspiration or be like, "Hey, you should say this," or you should like that's happened with me when I've been in the studio, and like, I'll have a homeboy up in there. Thank you for the rose, by the way, Mr.
Fallacy the mainstream heads are pushing.
Thank you.
If you go to the independent scene, like I said, there's guys on those mixes.
Yeah, like Evidence. Yeah, I know Dilated Peoples. Those are my peoples. Like Rocka, I know personally. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, I think he writes his rhymes, you know? But I'm pretty sure, like, Evidence might be like, hey, you should say this. Like, people forget that Evidence produced a lot of songs for Kanye West.
I don't consider that ghostwriting if someone throws a line to you.
Okay, so I see what you're saying.
I'm talking about, you've heard the reference tracks with Drake. You've heard the reference tracks with Jay-Z.
Oh, I feel what you're saying. You're saying when someone writes a rhyme bar for bar.
Yeah, ghostwriting. That's what I'm talking about, right?
But if they just give you an idea, that's not ghostwriting?
No.
Okay, but I got you.
I don't even think. I think a lot of the mainstream artists, they're finding ways to justify how they move, and just because they're under more pressure too and stuff like that. So I get it, but that's I don't want to sit here and normalize it like every rapper out there does that.
No, I feel you. I mean, we don't really know until we're in the studio, but I feel what you're saying. By the way, I just want to shout out Mr. Freeze one more time, like for the rose, like send some support to the chat. That always helps us, man. But yeah, no, I feel your point. Yeah, we don't know. I mean, I agree with you. If they're doing it bars for bars and there's a reference track out there, then yes, that's definitely ghostwriting. But if it's just like an idea, or like say someone comes with the idea for the hook, but somebody else raps it, that could be considered ghostwriting in a way too, I think. I don't know if they get writing credit for that, but I would think so. Like if I wrote a hook to a hit song, I would want writing credit for that.
Yeah, Nate Dogg made a whole career off of that, right?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Like I would want writing credit off of that song. So yeah. You were gonna say something about.
Anyone should get their just due if they contributed.
Right. You were gonna say about something about moving forward about Outkast. What was your favorite Outkast album?
Outkast. All right. Well, for me, it's tough between the first three with Aquemini,
Southern Playalistic,
and Southern Playalistic.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I would probably, if I had,
that was a great time in hip hop. That was a great time.
Like Hand of God, I'd probably have to go with Aquemini. It's the most polished out of the three.
For sure. I agree with you on that. I remember hearing that for the first time on CD at the label I was working at. Yeah, that's they gave it to me too before it came, because it came out like 98, 99, something like that, or I forgot what.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I remember I bought that the day it dropped. Yeah. And Yeah, I think all three of those albums are classics. So.
Yeah, they had a good run, man. Those first three. Yeah, Southern Playalistic, AT Aliens, and then Aquemini. That's a good run, man.
Yeah. Yeah, all very, very good projects.
Let me tell you this. I met Andre once. Andre 3000. And let me tell you.
Which Andre? Was it at pre-Aquemini or post-Aquemini?
Good question. It was post-Aquemini. He was doing the movie Idlewild. I was in Hollywood at the time. And I was actually
so ski goggles, Andre.
Something like that, yeah. Like he was filming the movie Idlewild, because like where I met him at, he was telling me, I was like, oh, what you doing out here? He's like, oh, I'm filming a movie and all this, and like we were chilling, like talking for a minute. He actually came up to me because he could tell I recognized him. I'm sure he gets it all the time, right? And he could tell I was looking at him. Like I was like, man, you look familiar. Like I didn't know who he was at first, you know? I was just like, you look familiar, man. And he's just like, what's up, man? Andre. And I was like, Andre 3000 or 3K? He's like, yeah, man. What's up? And I swear, like, I already saw it before he said that, but I swear to you, man, and I've heard people say this before, that, like, have met Michael Jackson and stuff like that, but it's like, yo, man, I saw, like, an aura around him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, that dude had, like a aura, like, an energy field, like, going around him. Like, I seen that shit. I was like, damn, dude. Like, this dude's energy is, like, strong. That's one thing I remember when I met him. Like, remember people say that about people they meet sometimes, right? Like, they say that shit.
I have heard that.
Yeah, like, you could see their aura. Like, I saw that when I was talking to him. Like, and he was cool. Like, he was real humble. Like, he was, like, sitting down. Like, he even sat down. He sat down next to me, and we started talking. Like, we were just having a little conversation about hip-hop. I was telling him how I rhyme and stuff like that. He was just like, I mean, nothing came out of it. Obviously, I didn't go on and do songs with Outkast.
He seems as a very authentic person as an outside observer that never met him.
Yeah. Nah, he is for sure. Like, he was real cool, man. Real humble, real down to earth. Saying, like, Big Boy's the one to talk to. He was like, yo, talk to Big Boy. That's the dude that's, like, doing all the rap. I think at that time he was kind of doing it. He didn't do the flute thing yet, but I think he was going in that, like, you could tell he didn't really want to rap no more, you know?
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah. Like, maybe if I would have met Big Boy, who knows? Because, like, we were chilling and he was like, yo, all right, like, what you about? Like, he was like, what you about? Like, it wasn't like we were just like real quick, like this and that, and then he bounced. It was like, nah, he like sat down and he was like, so what you doing? Like, what's your story? You know what I mean?
Now, I got a question for you. Do you think with this new Jay-Z project, do you think he really has that inspiration, that drive to be inspired to put together a good album?
Yes, I think so, because like you said about the what is it, the whole Kendrick thing and the Drake thing, I think that definitely fueled a lot of things for the music industry. You know, like with Dr. Dre too, not just Jay-Z, but like all the OGs got involved in that battle too. You know what I mean? Like they all like got resurrected, you know? Like Dr. Dre's giving high fives to Lucien Grange, right? At the Grammys.
Yeah, no, I think, Mr. Freeze, I think there comes a time where you can get to a point in life where you're like, what do I have left to prove? Where do I still have that hunger, that drive, that gets you to that mountaintop? Inspiration isn't automatic. No one's got the Midas touch the way I see it.
Well, I'll be right back with y'all real quick. Yeah, you tell him what's up, Yikes, with Mr. Freeze. I'll be right back with you guys. I have to go grab something real quick.
So yeah, that's a question I have, Mr. Freeze. I'll disagree with you respectfully, Mr. Freeze.
Disagree on what? What was he saying? Drake.
He said he's got the Midas touch. What about those 3 albums that Drake just dropped? Even from Drake fans,
I think the Iceman album is the only one to really talk about. I'll just say real quick, like the other 2 I listened to as well. But I think the other two is more for like women, you know.
Yeah, the one that he did where it's supposed to just be a bunch of bops.
That's Iceman.
No, not Iceman. There was one. It was I can't remember the names of them. Now, from what I could tell, myself personally, Mr. Freeze, I don't do the fandom thing per se. Even my favorite MCs, if they got a song I don't enjoy, I'm gonna be honest about it. And you can get to a point where you become such an uber fan. It's tough to be critical or give it a fair judgment. And just because, say, one of my favorite MCs makes a song that I don't like, that doesn't take away what I think of his talent. Well, you know, I think from what I've seen of the temperature online, Mr. Freeze, of the 3 albums, I've heard very few people say they love all 3. No, I won't disagree with that, Mr. Freeze. That's why I don't come up here I don't say an album is trash because I didn't personally enjoy it.
That's hilarious. Yo, I'll tell you, like, you're probably right about the 3 albums, but what I will say though is that the Iceman album though, I think was a good album. Like, I think that was like one of Drake's best albums that he's done in a while. Where like he came back, you know, like I said, like if you know mixtape Drake, mixtape Drizzy, as he used to say when Trey Songz brought him out, if you know that mixtape Drake, then you know that I'll say this, like Iceman was him bringing it back to that style, to like what made him famous. Like that's why I think Iceman is such a dope album, because like listen, if you go back and you listen to Drake's mixtape, right? So Far Gone is the one I recommend. Like that's the one I recommend. Comeback Season is dope too, but I really recommend So Far Gone. If you go listen to So Far Gone, and then which came out I think in 2009, 2008, something like that. It came out around there, like 2009 I think, right? Mr. Freeze probably knows. I know you know what's up with Drake. Drake Stan, right? Drake Stan. Red alert, Drake Stan. But I mean, and that's all good. Like I like Drake too. Like I give props where props is due. But I will say, if you listen to So Far Gone and then go and listen to Iceman, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're gonna be like, damn. Like you're gonna see the elevation. Like there's like major growth. You feel what I'm saying? Like you could see he took it to another level.
The sound though is also just in general music with hip hop is kind of changing.
Like he got better. Like like he got better with age. Like Drake got better with age in a way. Maybe not that he necessarily got better, but like he did in a way, but like he you could tell like he elevated his delivery, you know? It's kind of like watching Dave Chappelle. Like if you watch comedy too and study comics, because I think like comedy, I see the art form of comedy too, you know? And it's like Dave Chappelle, his style is completely different today than it was when he first came out.
Yeah, from the
you know,
K and them softly, that first one.
Even before that, even like that's when I think he started to kind of turn into Dave Chappelle. Killing Him Softly, I think, is the best Dave Chappelle stand-up. Like that's the one that made me a Dave Chappelle fan. Was watching Killing Him Softly.
For me too. Yeah, that came out a little bit before the Chappelle show, but I remember when I saw that special,
that's what made
I was
him
like,
do the Chappelle show. Was that special.
I was sold.
Yeah, that was like Eddie Murphy, like raw. That was like Eddie Murphy, delirious or something. Like Dave Chappelle doing Killing Him Softly. That was
that's up there with that Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's him in his peak. That's him in his peak. Yeah, Chris Rock, bigger and blacker, right? Like,
no, the one before that where he had the big CR behind him, like the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, that one's a classic too. Those are both classics. Like Chris Rock had like two or three classics, just like Dave Chappelle had 2 or 3 classics.
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy had about 2 or 3 classics. But Chris Rock, I think, bigger and blacker. That's the one where he had like the black leather jacket on.
Yeah, the black leather. That one and the one before that. Yeah, were
man,
real good specials.
Yeah. They don't really do them like that anymore either. Like, which is crazy. But yeah, no, you're right. Like Dave Chappelle, even before that though, like he has stand up before Killing Him Softly. Like you could tell, like his style is like even way different before Killing Him Softly. Like I think Killing Him Softly was like when he started to find like his lane. Like he started like
Yeah, because I think even between Killing Him Softly and the Chappelle Show, that was the movie, right?
Yeah, Half Baked.
Yeah, Half Baked.
Cold classic, whatever the fuck you call it. But not just that, but yeah, there was, I forgot what it was called. He has a couple stand-up specials. I mean, he was in the movie Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, he was the one doing making all the jokes about Eddie being big.
Yeah, and his style of comedy in that sketch is so different, and that's the way he was. So like, that's a good one to go see.
Now we know he's eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah. But like Nutty Professor, he's kind of playing himself or how he was at that time. So like,
okay, his stand-up was like that.
His stand-up was
really
like that. The way he was acting in Nutty Professor. That's what I'm saying. Like Nutty Professor, because that's what Eddie Murphy would do. He would put like comics on and like let them be in his movies and kind of play themselves a little bit. You know, he did it with Chris Rock. He did it with Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think Chris Rock was in Beverly Hills Cop before he became famous. You know?
What do you think of that Jay-Z re-releasing all of his albums on vinyl for $1,500?
Oh shit! I didn't know it was for $1,500.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have it on vinyl, thankfully. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I thought it sounded a little pricey for some reissues.
I mean, he says he's a billionaire. He's married to Beyonce. He's got the whole Limelight star.
Yeah, he won in life for sure.
Yeah, he's got the whole, not just that, but it's like he's got the whole like marketing plan, like we were saying earlier. You know, he's got the whole marketing agenda behind him. Like he could just push that out there. Like how, not even just that, but like how they had the whole subway painted in black. You know, I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
In New York. Let's see if I can
that's the whole thing now. Like I don't even want to go back to the numbers, but it's you can't compare numbers to an indie artist to someone who's got that marketing dollar behind them.
Well, I'll say this, even though, speaking of Jay-Z, even though I got Blueprint 1 on my wall, which I think is like one of the best hip-hop albums, that's why I wouldn't have him on the wall, but I do feel the same way about Reasonable Doubt. But you see, that's what I'm saying though, like the Blueprint, the number 1 Blueprint, because I know he got 3 of them, but I'm talking about the first one. The first Blueprint, which is actually the album that also put Kanye West out there as a producer. The first Blueprint, I feel
that's where Kanye got his shine. He had multiple projects.
Dilated Peoples, all that. Kanye was producing for Dilated.
No, he did stuff. There was a rapper out of Chicago by the name of Grav.
Okay.
He did stuff on that. He did some early stuff on Common when he was Common Sense.
Of course. Well, didn't Common reject a lot of his beats? Because I actually interviewed Common on that. Common said he rejected a lot of his beats, too.
Probably, but yeah, I want to say on the Resurrection album, he had some production credits on that. That's when he just went by Kanye. It wasn't Kanye West yet.
I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
There was also another artist, or he's big now, you know, No ID. He did production on his album.
Oh, yeah, No ID wasn't No ID already producing for Common, though, right?
Yeah, and No ID had his own project. I'm trying to think of Doug Infinite, I think the name of the MC was. But I want to say Kanye had a beat or two on that project as well.
For sure. Yeah, Mr. Freeze, you say that Rick Ross is about to drop an album. It should be interesting. Well, we'll see. Hey, I heard a lot of people were dissing Rick Ross, though, because of the shit he talked, on a side note. But, yeah, To go back to Jay-Z, I think that his rollout is really dope. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does with the concert, and then you're right, he's probably gonna drop an album right after that. Let me ask you this though. That was one thing I was gonna ask you was what are your thoughts on the Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt album?
I'll start this off. I'm not a huge Jay-Z fan.
Well, I already kind of got that. I already kind of figured that out.
Reasonable
That's why I asked
was
you.
my favorite album out of all of them.
Okay. Oh, Reasonable Doubt is your favorite, or?
Yeah, that was my favorite project of his. Like I said, I bought that one when it came out. That album actually wasn't considered a success when it came out.
No, it wasn't. A lot of albums weren't though. Like neither was Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
Yeah, the sales wasn't great on Reasonable Doubt.
It took like 2 years or something for that to go platinum. I think Wu-Tang.
Well, 36 Chambers, the sales wasn't huge, but it was a phenomenon when it came out. I mean, it changed hip hop when that thing came out.
Wait, which one?
36 Chambers.
Oh yeah, I mean, as far as underground, but record sales wise, I don't think it went platinum until for like a little while.
It didn't have no radio play out here on the West Coast except for the late night mix shows.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I have a favorite, Freeze, to be honest with you.
Huh.
I have trouble. I was about to do this thing on TikTok, and basically I probably got about like 82 MCs in my top 10.
They always rotate, they always change.
Just like anyone's top 10, I'll be like, well, what about this guy? If we just talking lyrics, you know what I mean? Not impact, all this other stuff.
Right.
But just good songs that I consider good, and they barred out. So like we talked about, like in the '90s, a lot of the Good Life Cafe with a freestyle fellowship, CBE, Hip Hop Clan.
Who's your top 5 rappers as of currently right now, as of going on right now? Like just 5. I mean, I know it could always change. It doesn't have to be in an order.
Yeah, I could give you 5 MCs that I think are dope. I think
who do you think are the 5 that you think are the best of all time? Like if you had to name it right now, like who are the 5 right now that you think are the best MCs of all time? Don't matter which year. Don't matter if it was the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Man, I can't do that, man. We'd have to go more by decades. Like Rakim.
I got Rakim right here on my wall.
Yeah.
And Rakim also gave us a shout out too. He gave beatGrade a shout out. So yeah, thank you Rakim for that. Rakim, yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. You say like your top 10, or not top 10, but like, you know, like if you just, I know it could always change, like you could have 10, but just to make it short.
That kind of phased out through the years. I mean, Razkaz I love a lot.
Oh.
AC Alone I love a lot. Planet Asia I love a lot.
You liked a lot of the West Coast rappers. Okay, a lot of West Coast.
Yeah, West Side Gun. I love his stuff. The whole Griselda camp. I mean, with Benny, with 38.
Yeah, Planet Asia is pretty underrated too, man. Planet Asia is pretty dope. Yeah.
Doom. I gotta include Doom. I think that guy's a genius.
Oh yeah, everybody.
Cool Keith, I think, is a genius.
Yeah, Cool Keith. Yeah, for sure.
Cool Keith, he's a polarizing guy. He's not gonna blow you away with his style, but just the stuff he says and how he puts it together,
Grab that right
yeah, I think he's a genius. And I also know, and I know there's a lot of people that don't vibe with him, and I'm not gonna try to convince them otherwise.
Yeah, Cool Keith is a little bit different. He's a little bit different. He's not for like people that just want to listen, like, you know, like Jay-Z and these types of raps. A lot of people can listen to that, you know what I mean? But like Cool Keith is, I think, like a certain preference of hip hop, you know? That's like somebody who like really wants to hear lyrics.
Conscious out of the DMV, I think he's real dope. I mean, we brought up Andre. Andre's an amazing MC.
Andre 3000 from Outkast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't think he gets brought up enough. Like Andre doesn't get brought up enough. 3000. I think he's definitely one of the best rappers of all time. Like Andre 3000 for show could easily go into the top 10 rappers of all time. I think on any list. It don't matter what decade. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, I think there's some rappers out there that are dope no matter what decade. Eminem actually said the same thing about Kendrick Lamar. I think they asked.
Yeah, I mean,
they asked
you brought up
Eminem
Micah
that.
9. Micah 9 is amazing.
What about recently? Do you still like his stuff recently?
Yeah, I do.
Like, have you heard his freestyles on Facebook and stuff? Because he be freestyling a lot on Facebook.
But he had a project that came out within the last year that I liked it. I know he's been touring a lot.
All right, Mr. Freeze, let's see what you say. Drake, J. Cole, Dirk, Kodak, G. Herbo. Yeah, you got to be a Gen Zer, man. This is a Gen Zer right here. Tell us the truth,
Yeah,
Mr. Freeze. You're a Gen
I'm not gonna
Zer.
knock that. It's tougher as time progresses because I got to see most of this all in real time, and I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, Mr.
if I
Freeze.
was
Mr.
20.
Freeze says he's 31. So yeah, that's Gen
31,
Z.
okay.
I think that's Gen Z, right? That's Gen Z.
Yeah, I think most people, their favorite music is going to be stuff that came out between the ages of 16 and 24.
Yep.
Most people, whoever they pick their favorite MCs, it's usually going to fall in that pocket.
But like some people were saying, the golden era is still dope today.
Yeah, but some of it, I can understand how it's going to sound dated to some people with a younger ear. I'm not going to knock people for that.
Nah, not really. I mean, Wu-Tang was just doing the halftime show at the Knicks game. Like I thought the Cream still sounds relevant today. As a matter of fact,
because we heard it in real time.
True, but it's like, I mean, they did the show. They did. I mean, you're right. Like we heard it in real time, but I'm thinking like, could it still be relevant? Like as far as beat wise. I mean, I don't know. Like even Drake's beats that are on the Iceman album, I felt like some of those beats. I mean, they were like, I don't know. They were hard to explain. They were on some different shit. They were on some. Have you heard the album, or you didn't even listen to the album?
Which one?
The Drake Iceman.
Yeah, I went through it once.
The whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Okay, so like this is what I want to say about it. Then, if you really heard it from beginning to end and really like took time to listen to it, which I'm sure you probably did, because it sounds like you know what's up with music. So, what I'm saying is that
I couldn't give you a good analysis.
not just of the lyrics. No, well, that's what I was gonna say. Not just of the lyrics. I was gonna just say, what about just the production alone, like the beats?
It sounded like a Drake album to me. That's the best way I could describe it.
Like, were the beats were you feeling the beats, or you weren't feeling the beats?
There's some all right, but it's just a different type of sound, that type of production.
I felt like the beats that he was coming with were pretty dope just on their own.
Yeah. Well, all those artists that I named, Freeze, all have albums that have dropped this year, last year. Like, I'm not just hitting you with the EPMD and the 90s stuff. If you want some younger people, I did a post about it. Mavi, he's got some dope stuff. Lord Sco, he's 21. He just dropped a new album with Static Selecta that I enjoyed.
A lot of East Coast, but I know you said Razcast and all them. Shout out Razcast. He's always been cool with me.
Mavi, I believe, is from like Virginia area.
You said Jay-Z's not your favorite rapper, which is understandable, but you said you like Reasonable Doubt, right? You said that's your favorite Jay-Z album? More than Blueprint? I feel like Jay-Z was rhyming better on Blueprint. Like, you could tell the growth. Because, I mean, let's put it like this, too. Jay-Z was like 20-something, 26, 27 when he did Reasonable Doubt. He was like in his 30s when he did the Blueprint.
He's got lines that didn't age well like other people from that era.
No, I think his shit is still dope, dude. Like, I gotta say, like, in my personal opinion, I think Blueprint, if I gotta say, like, which is my favorite Jay-Z album, I'll say, in my personal opinion, I think Blueprint is my favorite Jay-Z album, but Reasonable Doubt is probably like a hard second. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm not saying he's trash and the guy can rap.
Not just the rap, but the beats too. He got dope beat selections too. His beats are dope.
It's subjective. The hits, they just sound like radio
I mean, come
songs.
on, but Pharrell, he's kind of who made the Neptunes in a way. I think like the Neptunes was kind of big with the clips, but I think Jay-Z is the one that really put him out there with like the "I'm a hustler, baby," like that shit right there was really put them out there. That's a dope beat. That's a dope Neptunes beat. That's definitely one of Neptunes' best beats. That's definitely one of. I
didn't care for that song. That's my opinion.
I didn't really care for it either. I agree with you, but we have to say, formatically, if that's a word. You know what I mean?
I can understand why it's appealing sonically.
Yeah, like exactly. There you go. Sonically, frequencies, like the frequency, like they knew how to hit the frequencies. Like that's something that has to be studied. That song is beyond just like a song that they just put together. Like they knew how to like tap in to like sonic sounds and shit. You know what I mean? Like they were tapped in sonically,
opinion,
and that right there is what's genius. And that's what I was gonna say real quick about Drake. Like, and I'm not like a super Drake fan. Like I respect Drake though. I do like Drake. I am a Drake fan of his music. I'm not like a Drake stan. Like again, I'm more Kendrick. I think Kendrick won that battle, but I don't like again we don't want to compare and all that stuff either. But I feel that Drake too. He's a rapper that understands like frequencies. He definitely understands frequencies. I think, to tell you the truth, Drake, out of all the rappers out there in the world, I think Drake is one of the best rappers that understands frequencies and sonically and like how to put sounds together and like how his vocals should go in with the song. He definitely knows that, whether he writes the songs or not. I mean, I'm sure he has people writing for him. I'm sure he writes some of his own stuff. But, I think he understands, like, the frequency of, like, oh, okay, this is how the melody should sound and how the vocals should sound on top of it.
But, like you've heard some of the songs that I've been posting. You hear the difference. Like, I'm not saying one is better than the other.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all different hip hop. It's all like its own thing. I love it because that's what I really like grew up on. Like, it's like I see it all.
And it's a shame how much arguing happens in hip hop when people have different taste.
I mean,
people start taking it as a personal attack sometimes.
Oh yeah. Not me though. I just want to make sure I put that out there. I don't feel that way.
No, bet.
Yeah. I feel like it's just well, people. You're right. They'll come off on that and passionate, but I think at the end of the day, a lot of it all has elements of hip hop. It just depends upon who's really. You could tell like who's doing it for the culture and who's just doing it for the money. And I agree. I think a lot of Drake's earlier stuff was about him really wanting to be on as a rapper, but then I think like he got the money, he got the women, he got the power, and of course that went to his head a little bit, right? And then I think after that went to his head, I think Kendrick was somebody who like came in and checked his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick was the only one at the level that could really check him, that he would probably pay attention to. Because there's other people that came at excuse me. There's other people that came at Drake before, right? That he was just like, whatever, man. I sell more records than you. You ain't on my level. You ain't messing with me. You know what I mean? But Kendrick, even like you had Pusha T. Like Pusha T came close. But it was like Kendrick was the one that was like, nah, dude. Like, I think I even heard Budden say this or some other people like, nah, you can't plaque shame this dude. You can't talk trash about his record sales or about what he's done in his career, especially now. But even before the battle, like Kendrick was already like, pretty much the rapper that's up there other than.
Well, he seems to be the next one anointed right now by the industry.
Who, Kendrick?
See what he does with it. Yeah.
He already has been.
Yeah.
They did it at the Grammys. That was the anointment at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Twice. They did it twice. They gave him Grammys in 2024, and then they gave him Grammys again in 2025. Like, damn. Like, usually you see somebody get a bunch of Grammys like 1 year. They gave Kendrick Grammys 2 years in a row. So it's just like, yeah, he got anointed, definitely, and that's a great word, anointed. Yeah, he definitely got anointed at that Grammy ritual, that ritual celebration, especially where Dr. Dre and all
I'd
that.
say even before that, it was when that pop-up happened, when he did
Oh yeah, that was dope too. I was there.
Oh,
That shit
okay.
was so dope. That shit
must
was
have been
dope.
lit.
It was very lit, man. It was super lit. Super lit. Probably one of the best concerts I've ever seen, man. You know, and I've seen a lot of concerts, but yeah. No, that was super lit. You're right. He did that song like 5 or 6 times, I think, to be exact. Yeah. Not like us. But yeah, nah, like Kendrick was the only one that like came in and just like was able to check him like, hey man, like, yo, I'm at your level too. I'm multi-millionaire, big time rapper, winning Grammys, selling millions of records. Like, what, dude? And like your shit, like, nah, dude, you being corny. But like he said, he's like, I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acts tough. So he basically was telling you, like, hey man, I like the fact, like, when you sing and when you rap, like, I'm not dissing that. Just stop acting tough, you know? Stop trying to act like you are.
Nothing wrong with staying in your lane.
Yeah, like so Kendrick, if you listen close, Kendrick never really said that Drake was whack. You know? He was just like, he's like, yo, that you do? I like that. I actually like that. You know? Just don't do this other shit that you're doing. And yo, like, I respect that because I feel the same way. Like Drake, nah, he's got some dope melodies. He knows how to do melodies, man. He's got some good melodies.
Yeah, you're gonna make some radio joints.
That's a skill.
That's the best way to go.
That's a skill. You can't say that's not a skill.
There's talent.
That's a skill
in creating that type of music.
Definitely, and the way to put it together, and to know that you're on key and on note and on beat, like yeah, and yeah. So I mean, I appreciate Kendrick for doing that. Like, he definitely did that, and he brought the city of Compton out, which was dope at that time. But, yeah, man, other than that, I feel like, I feel you, though. Like, yeah, Kendrick is definitely one of my favorite rappers, too. Like, I think Kendrick is getting up there as far as, what's it called? Here. My bad. Mr. Freeze wanted to jump on. Here, I'll let you on, if it lets you on. Mr. Freeze, if you want to say something before I go. Yeah. Are you on?
Yeah, it was good, y'all, man. Just coming up here to politics with y'all a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I'd let a couple people up on here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Freeze. I appreciate you in the comments saying what's up, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, all good, bro. All good.
So you were saying, what was it that you was asking?
Yeah, I was trying to get up here a little earlier just to, I don't think Kendrick really checked them. I mean, Kendrick's best bar was, like some made-up PDF stuff.
You talking about Not Like Us?
Yeah, and then, I mean, Drake's, and then you're saying, like, he's comparable to Drake. I feel like his best moment was dissing Drake.
It definitely helped catapult Kendrick's career.
Hell no. I disagree. Because I'll say this. I mean, I see your point, but I disagree in some ways because Good Kid, Mad City was a classic and still is a classic.
Look, old white ladies wasn't singing Kendrick until after that battle. You saw everyone doing that Not Like Us.
That might be kind of true.
It really crossed them to another stratosphere.
Kendrick had a lot of white fans, though, all right. He had a lot of white fans. Well, we going to be all right on To Pimp a Butterfly. He started getting white fans on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I know this, man. I studied this. Like Kendrick, he wasn't. You're right. Like after the battle, he became a household name. But
he wasn't getting that Super Bowl before the battle.
Hell no. What's your thoughts about the Super Bowl, by the way? Kendrick's performance.
I don't watch Super Bowl halftime shows.
Oh, that's all I watch. I don't even watch the game. I just watch the halftime show. That's what I do. I watch the halftime show. But,
yeah, I thought it was good for hip hop though. I thought it was good for hip hop.
That I agree.
Yeah.
It's good to see hip hop just being able to get more, just the respect it deserves.
Yeah. Well, Jay-Z's running it, so, you know. That's what. But what did you think of Kendrick's performance, though? Like the fact that he only did G and X songs. And you know, Lord Jamar just talked about this on YouTube, actually recently. Did you guys see? Or like, what were you?
Well, I watched
you didn't watch it?
It was a good set, just for me as a fan of music.
Okay.
I just hate the condensed show where you just like get a little snippet of each song.
Yeah.
It feels forced to me.
It has to be, right? I guess it has to be, unless they stretch it out.
It's a short set.
They only do it for 15 minutes, but you know, or less.
Yeah, halftime I'm usually out in the backyard twisting one up. You know what I mean?
Hey, same here. I'll be testing one up and watching it. I like Bad Bunny though. His shit was pretty dope, but don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're just kind of pushing a narrative with that. I ain't gonna go too deep into that, but
They say Drake is supposed to do the World Cup, but we'll see.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
Like the championship game, if Drake does it, the halftime show or whatever, or the opening ceremony or however they do it.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy.
That would be a big combat to the Drake or Kendrick doing the Super Bowl. That would be the only way that you can compete with that is doing the World Cup. But I feel what you're saying, Mr. Freeze, about Drake. Like, I know what's up because like my homies, they put me on Drake way back in the days and like told me what's up. But I feel what Yikes is saying too though about Drake, because you're right. There's some people out there that just be like, nah, he's just singing about this, or he's singing about girls, or singing about this. But I think that he
Well, that's fine. Like, I don't like how people have gotten in hip hop now where they always talk about, I want to see growth and this and that. Like, we wasn't talking about growth with Mobb Deep or the Beat Nuts and stuff like that. NWA, like, where's the growth in NWA? That wasn't a convo back then. Like,
what do you mean? What do you mean by that wasn't the combo?
Like,
because Dr. Dre definitely grew, man.
Like when Beat Nuts,
Dr. Dre definitely
album,
from NWA to the Chronic, which I have right here. Definitely from Dr. Dre to the Chronic. I feel like it was growth. Like from NWA to the Chronic.
I don't even know if I want to count.
Like his
I guess
beats,
it kind of is NWA, but
whether if those were his beats
formula.
or not, you know, like yeah, but like whether if those were his beats, they might not have all been his beats because that's what Daz is out there.
Yeah, no, I'm not
right
saying the growth with the production, but lyrically, people are like, oh, well, I want to hear more subject matter and talk and this and that, and like more people like all he does is rap about girls. Like, look, that's what he likes. That's the kind of music he does, and I'm not gonna fault people for that if that's your lane.
Oh, you talking about Drake?
Yeah, or anyone, just in general. I've heard that take a lot in hip hop, where they're like, I don't see any growth in as you as an artist.
Iceman, I don't think he was really talking about girls too much on Iceman. He was talking about the battle mostly on Iceman. On Iceman, he was addressing the battle, addressing people that he thought were his friends. He was talking about LeBron James and how they all had his back, and he thought, and then they dissed him. And he was just like, man, like he's talking about the industry. He was talking about the Grammys. He was talking about like how the record label.
I heard,
he was talking about some real shit on that Iceman album. No, that Iceman album is like straight up one of his best albums. Like straight up. And not only that, like he was actually like a rapper at his level too. You want to hear that story from him because you know that he is one of the biggest rappers. So if he's one of the biggest rappers, which we can also say one of the biggest rappers of all time, it's also great to hear him tell the story of how fucked up the industry is. You know what I'm saying? Like how shady the industry is.
I think it was better that he addressed some of the issues as opposed to how J. Cole just try to ignore his little misstep, you know, where he jumped in and jumped back out and he was apologizing. And then when he dropped that last album, he kind of almost acted like that situation didn't even happen.
Who you talking about? With J. Cole?
Yeah, with J. Cole.
Huh. Okay.
You remember when J. Cole was going to get in that battle at the beginning? He dropped that song and erased it the next day.
What were your thoughts on that, Mr. Freeze, if you were there still? Like, here, let me hear what Mr. Freeze. Yeah.
Yeah, so Drake Cole actually did address that later on in the interview, though.
No, I'm saying Drake addressed it. I'm saying J. Cole
No, that's what I said. I said J. Cole later on addressed it in the interview.
Yeah, but not in the album at all.
I don't think the album was. He wanted to steer away from that. He said he's been working on this album for what, like 5-10 years or some shit.
Yeah, he's been teasing it for a long time.
So I mean, the way he explained it was he didn't want the album to have anything to do with it. That's kind of why he felt back about it.
Yeah, but then how he kind of fell back into some of his habits lyrically, where he's got the bars where like no one's in his stratosphere, kind of like I'm untouchable, like I'm on some next level that people can't see, kind of like.
I mean, I believe.
To me, I felt that was a little bit odd after that with the apology.
I'll be honest, in my personal belief, I don't think nobody out-raps J. Cole. I don't know. I don't think nobody really out-raps J. Cole, man.
You mean
I can
everybody,
respect
all
that.
the rappers, all the rappers? I mean, obviously they're currently, or just you mean in period of all time?
Yeah, I say of all time.
Oh shit! Not even Biggie.
Nah, not even Biggie, man. And
You
I
know
like
who
Biggie.
I know a rapper. I know a rapper who I think will out-rap J. Cole. I can give you one.
Nas.
That's a good one too. I wasn't actually even thinking about Nas, but that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. See, y'all naming. See, I know my wall is right because y'all be naming rappers I have on my wall. Yeah, right there, Nas. But that's a good one. That's close. But no,
I'd say Razkaz could out-rap him.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I think J. Cole could out-rap Razkaz. I think J. Cole could out-rap. I think J. Cole's got a better voice than Razkaz. My personal opinion. Like,
yeah, that's all it comes down to. That's why I usually avoid these ones because there's no right answer.
But I mean, kind of, sort of though, because that's where the numbers do come in though, because that's what the homeboy said to Lupe Fiasco, which I kind of do agree with. Like, Forest Hills is a classic album. Like, Razkaz does not have an album. Soul on Ice, which is Razkaz's best album, and I know Razkaz personally, so I ain't talking shit. Like, I know him from Carson, and I gotta say, like, Soul on Ice is Razkaz's best album, and Soul on Ice does not compare to Forest Hills, not at all. Like, Forest Hills is I don't even think that's subjective. I think that's just obvious. That's like comparing some with like Michael Jackson Thriller to like
I don't know, Nature
another
of the
pop
Threat.
album.
That was a real deep song.
No, Razkaz is dope. Like, I like the shit that he did with Apollo.
I'll say this:
Apollo Brown more.
Razkaz has lacked on production on multiple projects.
Like, Forest Hills is a really dope album by J. Cole. Like, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
That could go down as definitely, I don't know if I'd say top 10 for me personally, but that could definitely be like a top 20, top 25 greatest rap albums of all time. Soul on Ice could also possibly be, but I would definitely say just musically wise and also number wise. Yeah, like the impact that it had. Like, you do, I think, have to sometimes look at impact. Like, I think people are right. Like, numbers, like, forget the streams. But J. Cole was selling records before the internet, too. Or before streams became big. Like, the internet was out, but, like, it wasn't, like, what it is now. Like, when did J. Cole come out? J. Cole came out, like, what, like, 2006, 2007, something like that? So.
Oh, really? I thought he came out, like, around 09. Around the same time as Drake.
Well, he dropped a single. Like a year or so before, like the Who Dat. I remember seeing him on BET, and he dropped that single. Speaking of BET, the BET Awards are tomorrow, by the way. I may watch that. Hosted by Drewski. That's gonna be interesting. But,
Drewski, huh?
Or Drewski, my bad. But yeah, hosted by Drewski tomorrow. At probably in LA too, somewhere in LA. Probably at the Staples Center or wherever they do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say most likely Staples Center if it's in LA.
Yeah, they probably do it there. But J. Cole, like, yeah, I think he came out. Yeah, you're right, like 07, 09, something like that. So that was before like streaming really became big. Like, streaming didn't come out till like 2011, 2012 or something like that. So,
yeah.
It's just like, so he was dropping back in the CD era, That's like all these cats were dropping in the CD era. Like Drake too. Drake came out in 08. Kendrick started popping off like in 2010, 2011. I know he came out before that, but like I think like 2011 is when I started hearing about Kendrick. You know, and like people were like, "Hey, you gotta check for this dude." Like Kendrick wasn't even performing on the main stage. You remember Paid Dues? You from LA, right? Yikes.
Oh yeah, I remember Paid Dues. Yeah.
Yeah, Kendrick. Remember Kendrick did Paid Dues. He didn't even perform on the main stage. He performed on the side stage at one of the Paid Dues, and I remember Be Real from Cypress Hill, because he was like a big part of it too. He was like, "Yo, man, we got to put Kendrick on the main stage." Like he was like one of the ones that were vouching for that. And I think Paid Dues, not to mention just YouTube, I think of course it was the power of YouTube, but also Paid Dues, Merce with Paid Dues is like what helped put Kendrick on. Like in some ways I feel like Merce put Kendrick on. You know Merce, right? From Living Legends?
Oh yeah, Living Legends, yeah, for sure.
Merce was like supposed to be the Kendrick, you know what I mean?
Well, he was it was 3MG, right? Originally with Merce.
Oh yeah. You mean
Yeah,
like
the Three Melancholy Gypsies.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's up. Yep. Yeah, Merce, man. Shout out Merce. I work with the legends though, like Lucky I Am and all that. But yeah, Merce was doing the Paid Dues, and he was the one that was putting Kendrick on. Oh, I'm about to.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, they were pretty big in the LA scene in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember Kendrick. I was at that show, yo. I didn't even go see Kendrick because I think Alchemist was performing with Dilated Peoples at the same time. So I went to go see Dilated because I knew Dilated at the time. I mean, I still know Dilated. So, but it's like, damn, like if I knew how Kendrick was going to be as big as he is, I would have gone to see Kendrick because that would have been a good time to see him because that was before Good Kid, Mad City dropped, you know? But I remember I was there, though, and I seen all the people coming out. It was like, that shit was fucking packed, yo. Like,
well, yeah, Paid Dues is a huge show.
But when the people were coming out where Kendrick was performing at, he was performing at like one of those little stages where they had the inside where you had to walk inside and all that. And like everybody was coming outside. They had cops on horses, yo. I was like, yo, it was crazy, man. But you're right, yeah, Paid Dues was popping back then. I asked Merce about that too. I seen Merce recently, like not too long ago, a few months ago. And I asked
Are they doing
Merce,
another Rhyme Fest this year?
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
it's gonna be up at the Coliseum again?
Yep. I worked with Rhyme Fest. You can see it on my YouTube channel. I do work with them. I did journalism for them, did interviews with them. That's where I have evidence. That's where I interviewed evidence. Was at Rhyme Fest. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's good, man. You know what's up. Like Elements, what'd you say, Unity?
Are you just getting off hold on.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze, if you're still there, you probably don't know about this shit. That's like old school hip hop though, you know what I mean? That's like,
yeah.
That's like you said you were 31, so yeah, that's like Gen Z, which is cool. Man.
Yeah.
A lot of people from your generation do say G Herbo is one of your favorite rappers, and then who else?
I said Lil Durk.
Oh yeah. What do you think about Durk right now, man? Being in prison, or is he gonna get out? Like, what you think?
Yeah, that's crazy. I think he'll get out though.
Soon or how long?
Man, I mean, he'll probably sit down for a little while. Maybe a couple more years, but I think eventually he'll get out.
So that drill, would you say it's done?
That drill, man, nah.
There's a market for it.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Rap is getting to the point where there's just a lot of different subgenres now.
Yeah.
But a lot of drill rappers, though, man, they ended up either, in jail or worse. So it's like a lot of people are wondering now, like, is drill a rap thing, a genre that came and went,
Maybe, but I mean, if there's an audience for it, they're going to be artists to record it.
Yeah.
Right. NBA YoungBoy is kind of like that. Dude, NBA YoungBoy, that motherfucker is like, I don't know what y'all think about him, but
Yeah, he's cool.
I got mixed emotions about him. Yeah, like sometimes I respect his hustle, but as far as a rapper goes, like man, his music is really nothing but negativity though. You know, like his music is straight negative. It's about killing people.
No, it's part of hip hop. There's gonna be.
Yeah, but every
you
song
can't play out here every group. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, it started to turn into that. Definitely with NWA, like they say, but I don't know. Then you had like Kid and Play, you had Public Enemy, you had LL Cool J, Run DMC. They wasn't talking about all that, you know. Eric B and Rakim, they wasn't talking about that.
Man, there were some real hardcore gangster tapes out here on the West Coast in the 90s.
Oh yeah, you read about that, like Snoop Dogg, and of course, and then Spice One. Spice One's one of my favorites. You know what I mean? And then who else you had? I mean, you probably.
Well, you get like some Mac Mall and
Yeah. There was a lot of them. That was out there, man. That was doing that gangster shit. I mean, yeah. Man.
I mean, look at Cypress Hill's first single, "How I Could Just Kill a Man."
Yeah, that whole album. Yeah, that was a great
I love
album.
that album.
That first album was like classic too. The first album, Cypress Hill. Woo. Muggs on the beats too. Muggs was coming with it on the beats on that one. But yeah, that's a classic album. How I Could Just Kill a Man.
Muggs got a new group. They just dropped the album like 2-3 months ago. The name of the group's called Serial Killers.
Jeez, yeah, that's crazy. And I was just thinking about Ja Rule today, how he raps. How he used to rap like the "It's murder." I was like subliminal messages, man. You're right. Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's the way the hip. You're right. I'm not denying that. I mean,
like I hear people sometimes have revisionist history about 90s, like this is revolutionary music and it's all positive. And like, look, we had 2 Live Crew, man.
Yeah. My parents used to hate when I played 2 Live Crew as a kid. They used to hate that.
Hey, we want some. Like that song was big then.
Yeah, for a kid to be listening to, not to mention the "Me So Horny" or Luke, Uncle Luke. You know he's on TikTok like all political now too, which is kind of interesting. Like he be doing.
I've seen him on TikTok a couple times.
Yeah, he's all political now, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, man, I mean, if you go back and listen to it, a lot of that stuff is all classic, man. Like, it's just classic hip hop. It was all part of the journey to bring us to where we are now, you know. And I think it's evolving and changing into something else. But I also think it's starting to go back to the underground. Like what you're playing right now, I think hip hop is starting to go back to that. Like I think people are getting tired of like people talking about like how many cars they have and how much money they got, you know?
Well, like you look at rock music. They got punk and they got thrash and they got classic rock. And I wish if I knew rock better, I could break down some more of the genres. But they got different types of rock and roll, right? And I think that's just kind of where hip hop is going to now, where it's not just one size fits all.
Of course. It's definitely that. Now, you're right, because the rappers that you mentioned, Mr. Freeze, yeah, the rappers you mentioned were definitely in that genre where I think a lot of those rappers are in different genres. Like J. Cole and Lil Durk, I feel are completely different. Even though it's interesting they got a song together, right? But the all my life forever.
Even when people were doing the Tupac Biggie argument, is kind of 2 different types of rap music.
Tupac and Biggie, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good comparison, like trying to match those guys.
East Coast, West Coast.
It's more than East Coast, West Coast, just the kind of music they did.
Oh yeah, I mean their music was definitely different. You know what's funny is that like growing up at that time, I always liked Biggie better, but now I've kind of like grown to like respect Tupac more as an artist.
Yeah, I appreciate Tupac more than back then. I'm with you on that.
You what?
I appreciate Tupac more than back then.
Like, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I feel you on that, but I'm saying, no, for me, back then, I like Biggie more. Like, in the 90s.
Me too. Me too.
When the whole battle was going on, I was more, like, thinking, like, oh, nah, like, Biggie. I was like, you know, I think that Biggie's a way better rapper, you know? And I still kind of do at that time, especially. Like, I would prefer to listen to Biggie's first album than, well, Tupac had already put out albums before that, you know, but then Tupac was coming with the All Eyes on Me, you know, and that's where he was really coming with the beef. I felt personally that I like Biggie's album better, but my favorite Tupac album is the one actually before All Eyes on Me. It's Me Against the World.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite Tupac album. Yeah. And Apocalypse Now was okay too. But
yeah, I remember, man, I remember 1990 when that album, I bought that my freshman year in high school, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I still got that on
most
cassette
people
tape.
most people were not vibing to it when it came out.
Nah, it was like a weird album, you know what I mean?
Well, like at that time, again, I'm in Cali. I remember in 1990,
yeah,
Ice Cube was king.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
That's when Kill It Will came out. Well, America's Most Wanted, then Kill It Will. The DJ Quick, that first DJ Quick, that album, I remember being really big in my high school that year.
Yeah.
The Quick is the Name, I think it was called, the one with Tonight.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's his best song, one of his best songs.
And then right after that, Spice One. That one was real huge in my high school.
Yeah, I love Spice One. I know he's a rapper that just like, I don't know what happened to him, but yeah,
he's still releasing music.
Yeah, I just don't know how he's not really around. But there was somebody else on the stream. Maybe that was YouTube that I was on, but someone was from Diego bringing up Jail Felony. Like, I remember Jail Felony and all that.
Yeah. What? Yeah, I remember that single.
Jail Felony. Yeah, he was doing his thing back then with the what? Like,
yeah, what you gonna do? Yeah, I remember Jail.
Come through. What you gonna do? And I can give it to you. That's still a classic right there. That's still a banger. I forgot about that one. Thank you. I was thinking about other songs, but yeah, that Jail Felony right there.
I mean, yeah, you was here in Cali. Yeah, that was all over the radio when that came out.
What you know about that, Mr. Freeze? Probably don't know nothing about that Jail Felony, huh?
Nah, man. I know about these newer Cali rappers.
Hey, yo, you gotta check some of that out, man. Like, you getting some knowledge right here. Like, trust me, like those are some. Trust me, like that's some dope shit right there. I'm pretty sure Drake and all them know what's up with that. But like, cause the thing is, and no, I feel you with all the new cats too. But the thing is that somebody was saying this. I'm not saying this, but I heard somebody else say this. They said that the difference is between the generation that was growing up, like the golden era, like we were talking about, then to the generation now, is that like we actually went back and like did the research though. Like, okay, we want to know like who was dropping before us, or like what were they doing? Maybe at that time, I think you had to kind of study it more because we didn't have the internet.
There was less to learn, man. We didn't have smartphones and all this.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have the internet. That's a great point. Like, we didn't have the internet, so we had to like study what the people were doing before us. So, like, you had to go buy the records and watch the videos and watch the movies, you know, like Beat Street and Break In and what else, like Crush Groove, you know, and all these movies that were about the record industry and just all the other stuff that was going on too. And you're right, we didn't have the internet or smartphones and all that stuff, so we had to study the generations that came before us.
Well, people would drop an album and then wouldn't drop another album for like a year or two, so you would really just had more time to absorb everything.
Absolutely. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I think this generation, you're right. Now it's like the fact, and it's not like to hate on it or sound like it's hating or nothing. I'm just like being observant and just saying like, yeah, I think now the technology has changed a lot of things to where now that it's so easy to just look something up real quick, people don't really feel the need to do their research on anything because now it's just like, okay, we've already figured out that this is what's working.
And I mean, look at like Bodie James. Last year, I think he released like 12 albums last year alone.
Yeah. Boldy James, yeah, I'm familiar with his work a little bit. I like Boldy James. Yeah, no, I agree. And no, that's all I was saying. I'm just saying that this generation now, it's too accessible to where I think that people will only research something if it starts to go viral. Like if it blows up again, like Michael Jackson, for instance. They just did a Michael Jackson movie, so now everybody, of course, is going back and listening to Michael Jackson's music, you know? But it's like, and his music will always probably be really dope, but I'd say like for rappers, it's kind of like that, like if there's a movie that comes out about a rapper, you know what I mean? Then people will go back and listen to that music. But this generation today, in my opinion, doesn't really go back and study, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Well, music's kind of lost its value. Like,
well, yeah, now, especially.
Because you don't have to buy the album. Like there were albums I bought back then that were bad. And you would still run that thing like 3 or 4 times trying to find something you like just because you dropped $11-12 on it.
Oh, damn. Yeah. The good thing about it is I was just thinking that today. Like, I could play my vinyl and not hear any ads, you know? That's one thing I do
but,
like.
You know, that when you took actual cash out of your pocket just to listen to the album, you gave it way more of a chance than you will now. Like, you pull up, you stream it.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't feeling it, boom, gone, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt. But that's also why the artists make way less money nowadays, too, right?
Part of it, yeah. I mean, the artists weren't even. Yeah, they didn't make a lot on sales back then and less now.
Yeah, that's what's sad about it. But that's why it almost seems like now the way things are, it's better to just do it on your own, right? Like it seems like it's not even good to be on a record. Well, if you have the right deal, then yes. You know, like where they're giving you a good amount, you're getting a good return. Then it's worth it because like a lot of people brought up and Lupe Fiasco. As a matter of fact, I should play a couple more clips of that. Get your guys' opinion. Are you familiar with Lupe Fiasco, Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, I ain't that old. I ain't that young.
Or that young, right? Okay. Okay.
Actually, I gotta wrap this up.
Yeah,
it's
same
getting
here.
late for me.
Hey, I appreciate you, yikes. We're gonna check out.
Yeah, beatGrade, and good meeting you, Mr. Freeze. I gave you a follow.
All right, yikes.
Yeah, maybe we'll continue this later on tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, man, you have a good rest of your evening, though. I appreciate you, yo. Yikes.
Yeah, bet. Yo, both of you stay blessed, yo. Peace.
For sure. Same here. I was probably about to get out, but what were you saying, Mr. Freeze, though? You were saying that you know Lupe?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I ain't a big fan of him or nothing like that, but I'm familiar with him.
Okay, yeah. So, and you said, yeah, the top 5, just to know, so I know for the future references, you said Lil Durk, G Herbo, but yo,
Kodak,
I like Kodak. I don't know what's going on with Kodak. You know, it's funny you brought up Kodak because Kodak to me, and I wanted to say that, was that he's a rapper that I've always liked, but I felt that you know, I was always like, he's all right. He's like, whatever. You know what I mean? But then when I heard him with Kendrick on the Kendrick album, I was like, oh, okay, he's kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? On the Mr. Morale, like his verse on the Mr. Morale stood out to me, you know? And I heard he just signed an independent deal, or he's independent now,
right? Yeah, I'm not even sure, but I know he just dropped the project this month. I don't know. I wasn't too much feeling that one.
Well, nah, man, it's good to know that what y'all think though too. Like that's why I like to keep y'all in the chat and just like know what's up with hip hop. It's good to know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, man. We might do another stream where we'll have people jump on tomorrow afternoon. Are you gonna be around tomorrow afternoon or something like that. Like I don't know. We might jump on like 1 o'clock. I don't know where you at, if you on the East Coast or West Coast.
Yeah. I'll try to make it, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna peep out. What albums do you recommend that I listen to that's banging right now, that the Gen Z's listening to? Which albums? I'll make a note of it. That you recommend. Any albums? Are you there? Can you hear me, Mr. Freeze? All right. I don't know if we lost them right there, but maybe we'll have them jump back on later on. We'll see what's up. But yeah, man. I appreciate everybody that had jumped in. Oh, I don't know if you were back on. If you could hear me.
Yo, my bad, I got disconnected. But hey, real quick, that is called Lil Herb. Check that one out. Let me know what you think.
Okay, yeah. I was probably about to jump up out of here, but yeah. I'll check that out though. You know what I'm saying? So Lil Herb. All right, well, if I see you up on tomorrow, I'll have you come on. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
we'll see what's up.
Bro.
I'm probably about to just sign up out of here, but yeah, thanks, Mr. Freeze. I appreciate you for coming through though. And thanks for the support. Sure. Yeah. What's up? Where are you calling from too, by the way?
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Word. How is it out there right now?
It's cool. I'm in the Army, so I be moving around a lot.
Oh, for sure. Oh, okay. Word, man. Well, thank you for your service, man. You know what I'm saying?
All good, man.
Yeah.
You have a good night, though, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, be safe out there. Thank you for everything, man. Appreciate you. All right. We'll see what's up. Peace. All right, y'all. So, I'm going to see what's up. We'll probably be signing up out of here a little bit later. But I want to say thank y'all to everybody that participated and continues to support beatGrade and for what we do. So, yes. I just want to take this opportunity to shout out everybody, JAΙ-Z30, Mr. Freeze, who was supporting the channel. JAΙ-Z30. Dude has a lot of dope mixtapes, dope streams. You got to check out his channel. He's got some dope hip hop shit. I mean, it feels like 8 Mile battle stuff. So make sure you guys check that out. And I liked a lot of his points. I'll definitely have to have him come back on the show. Homeboy was making some good points. Yeah, he was making some good points. So I definitely have to have him come back on the show. But you guys tell me in the comments, whatever you're thinking, if we covered everything. I want to go back later on to the Lupe Fiasco stuff. But yes, thank you guys for participating in the stream, helping out, and supporting the channel. Peace. We'll catch you on the next one. Unless, well, there was a couple of comments that came in earlier. Yeah. And it's not about Drake versus J. Cole or Drake versus that. It's just all about who's the dope rapper and what's dope and what do you like. But like everybody said, man, everybody has their preference and that's what it is. So, yeah. Other than that,